the fuck did
Very
you have
nice.
that stored?
That is, I believe, how they say action.
What?
Where did you have that stored?
Deep downs in the bowels of my gut.
Yikes.
So,
Now I'm playing a character that can imbibe.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
no more gross clerics.
that was probably the issue, is that there was a cleric in the party the whole time.
Right?
That was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get anything done.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready there.
All right. Well, if everybody's ready, then I guess the brief recap of last week's session is that absolutely everybody except for Ernan died.
And the thief that left the group.
Oh, Pearson?
Pearson made it back to town long before Ernan did.
He didn't leave the group. He was forced out of the group.
Fair enough.
For being useless.
He has a canoe.
So we paid him all that money just for a canoe.
Yeah.
Well, he's useless.
All right. So I guess we we come back to the tavern to find the one lone member of our party, Ernan. What are you doing inside the tavern?
I was trying to find my little book. What am I? I am just sitting back at the bar, throwing them back and telling how easy it was for me to kill all those people and not being able to believe that these two suckers died in the middle of...
Okay, give me a Constitution check.
I don't even know what that is.
D20.
Yeah, roll a d20 and you want either under or equal to your Constitution.
It's a 20.
A nat 20?
Yeah, is it?
Okay, so when you're telling
Do you
these...
want to see?
No, so you're telling these stories and you're not slurring or like drunk or anything. Like people, like you're very articulate in the way that you're telling these stories. Like you're throwing.
It's kind of odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little weird that you're so small and just throwing them back.
Yeah.
Seems out of character.
Maybe I just have a what's that other word? A tolerance.
So
Okay.
you're telling these stories to Matcha, the elf that works at the tavern, who looks a little distraught because so many people have died. You're also telling it to another a female human who's sitting at the bar next to you, a halfling on the other side of you, and there's another male just kind of at the far end of the bar.
Are you trying to get me in trouble?
No, I'm trying to let you know who's all in the tavern right now.
So somebody's gonna kick my ass for running my mouth.
No, they're all listening on pins and needles to your tale of the incandescent grotto.
Where do I find my constitution?
It's under your ability scores. It's the one that says con.
But you rolled a natural 20. It was as perfect as it can get.
Oh, okay. So I don't need to worry about that.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You were rolling to see how drunk you were.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So as you're telling the story to all these people at the bar, I guess that's when the tavern door flies open and there's a silhouette of a person, a person short in stature, kind of standing in the doorway. And who walks in?
In walks me, a dwarf.
Me.
My name is Granfell Splitrock.
Oh, that's
I announce in a boisterous voice.
great.
And I'm here to adventure.
You hear from like the distance, kind of faintly. Nobody asked.
Did you say split rat?
Yeah, Granfell Splitrock. He's a dwarf. I mean, they're all about mining and building stuff. cool guys.
And shortly after you hear that grand entrance, you hear a flush come from the back of the room, and the bathroom door flies open, and there's another silhouette of a tall, feminine person.
My name is Winifred Wraithright, and no one should go in there for a few minutes.
This is a very different person. Fred.
What's your last name?
Oh, right.
Spell that for me, please.
WRAI.
Well, W-R-A-I.
Yep. TH. And then right. WRI.
DHT.
It's cut off on this one.
Okay, so what are you? Are you?
What is your race, good sir?
Yep.
Oh, I am. First of all, sir, please don't misgender me. I am clearly a tall, beautiful, middle-aged elven woman
Okay.
who is just on a simple journey of self-reflection and discovery, rediscovery, if you will. Thank you very much.
As she sips her diet ale through out of the bottle with a straw.
Oh, jeez.
My goodness.
Yes.
And nobody go in there for a few minutes.
Good God.
All right. Well, while Winifred's making her grand entrance out of the bathroom, I'm going to continue to kind of push my way to the bar and ask the barkeep for the stoutest ale.
Hold on, I have prices in here somewhere.
Or perhaps the cheapest ale, now that I think about it.
A mug of cider that'll cost you 1 copper piece.
I can do that.
Mhm.
That's what I would like.
You get a mug full of some warm cider that
Oh, that sounds
it
horrid.
seems like it might be a little past its prime.
In a dirty mug.
Yeah, it's a mug that has a little bit of pink slime stuck to it.
That's lovely.
Okay. What about you, Winifred?
So I approach this halfling being in front of me, and I say, those toilet walls are super thin. I heard everything that you said. Obviously, I think a bard's already writing songs about it. But
Likewise.
are you looking for any adventuring partners? I am almost desperate to get back into the field again.
Well, actually, I am looking for some, what do you call those people that come with us?
Retainers?
Yeah, aren't we looking for retainers?
Well, yeah, but do you want Chris to be your retainer? Or Winifred to be your retainer?
Does it really matter? I mean, didn't we pick people up off the floor last time?
I mean, it might be a little offensive for somebody of such a grandiose stature to be reduced to a retainer.
Oh yeah, that's
At a
right. And
fraction of the cost.
How do we get him in our group? Just ask him
Talk
to
to
join
him.
our group.
Yeah, I mean, it's a party, but yeah.
Hey, and
Hey, Winifred, you catching this shit from this woman?
Please call me Wendy.
Wendy?
I...
Wait,
So-
do you have bright red hair?
In braids.
Yep, definitely.
I just don't know how to
Definitely.
start the party up, I guess.
Order a burger.
I mean, is Ernan at all like distraught over all the death that she's witnessed, or is she once again relatively indifferent to everything that she's gone through up until this point? It seems indifferent,
a little
yeah.
indifferent. I mean, you see him come, you see him go.
Okay, then you could say, well, I hadn't really thought about going what would happen next, but sure, we could start a party.
Okay. Can I just say what you said?
Whatever you want to do.
Robert, stop laughing. I had.
What? I love it. This is great.
Actually, I do have a couple spots in my party. If you'd like to join.
I would love to. I will admit, I I have not picked up a blade in a long time.
Sounds poor.
Before this, I spent many years without the need to pick up bow or blade. But then my life changed, and now I'm ready
Well,
to show my skill.
I can tell you one thing, and that is in this group, you're probably going to be picking up your sword quite a bit.
Hopefully, not dying.
Yeah, I'm kind of over that people dying stuff. So if you're good, you can join.
Winifred has joined the party.
Sounds great.
Hey, if you're still taking people, I'm down to cut some stuff up.
Well, how often do you drink?
Not often at all, ma'am.
Because it doesn't look like you can handle your liquor.
Well, he's been hitting that cider pretty hard.
If you remember, I was throwing them back a little while ago, and I was handling it just fine.
I'd like to do a constitution check to see how drunk I am.
Okay, go ahead. We can do a drink off.
Oh, damn. Nope, I'm pretty wasted. Yeah, that cider hit me hard. That's a 2.
After you finish talking, just then, he falls off of his stool onto the ground.
If you want to join my party, you got to sober up and show me what you can do.
Fair enough.
Well,
I'm sober now.
just like that.
Just like that. I'm a dwarf. I'm pretty. The fall kind of knocked some sense into me a little bit.
Okay. Well, here, show me what you can do. Put on
Okay.
a show.
So now that I'm already getting myself back up from the floor, I pull out my sweet battle axe that I have and kind of twirl it around in my hand and grab a hold of the handle and put out a nice battle cry.
Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, man. Oh, natural 20.
He does it flawlessly. You're super impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, the little one came to rumble.
Well, if you've got moves like that and you're interested in joining, what do you think, Wendy? You want to?
You know, dwarves are good drinking buddies. Let's bring them along.
All right. If you want to join, you're in.
All right.
Then you hear another female voice like, "What about me?" And there's the female that was sitting at the bar with you, talking, like telling the stories, asks if she can join your party.
Oh, nice.
Who is that?
Another person. Yeah.
Another person's going to join our party.
But yeah, it's probably a retainer.
Oh.
I think it's one of those people.
Okay. Well, show me what you can do. Introduce yourself first, though. I think.
My name's Triss, here's what I can do. Yeah, you hear that like coming from behind you as you're looking at her, but her voice doesn't move at all, or her mouth doesn't move at all.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a cool trick you got there, Triss.
Mm-hmm.
She's a ventriloquist or a voice thrower.
Well, she's a magic user, but her power is ventriloquism.
That's a weird power.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm kind of trying to figure out how useful that would be.
What else can you do there, Triss Marigold?
That's about it.
All right.
Does Triss happen to be a spunky redheaded human?
No, her hair is brown,
Ah.
and she decidedly lacks spunk.
She's unspunky.
Yeah.
Despunked. Well, I don't know. There's 3 of us. Let's have a little talk.
I mean, the more hands on deck we can get, I am not against. And meanwhile, I proceed to scan the bar for the manliest, most muscliest man I can find.
That sounds like a good plan.
Like I'm
And
cruising.
as I stand in front of you, what do you need?
A bit taller.
Oh.
At the far end of the bar, you see a man sitting there, kind of by himself, and he has like a club kind of dangling by his side.
Any scars?
Yeah, actually, there's his body kind of has like small scars kind of all over it, and there's a he's bald, and there's a kind of a little shining kind of awkwardly coming off of his head, where it catches the light because there's a slight dent.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the dumb one. I'll be right back.
Okay, so do you walk up to him?
Yes.
Okay, and you can see that he has a plate in front of him, and he's kind of holding his utensils awkwardly, trying to get at the food, and it's just not really cooking for him.
Like, you were doing such a good job with that meal, sir. And let me just say, that dent in your skull, it's very handsome.
He kind of scratches at it with the fork.
Oh, God.
Scratches at the dent in his
I
head?
Yeah.
I just lean over and I scratch it for him.
His eyes kind of roll back for a second.
Listen, bud, we're looking for adventuring partners, and you look like a man that can look at something and beat it to death with a stick, possibly. Are you proficient with said sticks or clubs or bludgeoning tools?
He kind of sits upright for a second and takes a deep breath in and goes, "Me got stick," and pulls the club from his side.
What did you try
Like,
to do?
that's exactly what I'm talking about, good sir. I think you are the perfect man for this job. I can offer you a silver a day, a whole silver a day, if you adventure with us and help us in beating the meat bags with said stick.
And he kind of looks down for a second and goes, "Meat bags."
Yeah,
Spit.
meat bags.
And he stands up, and as far as you can tell, he seems to have accepted your offer.
Oh, jeez, he can't even make full words.
I offer my hand to shake.
And he touches it with his club.
Oh.
Thanks. What is your name, good sir?
Me no member.
Oh, poor baby. Help you remember. For now, I'm gonna call you Tree.
Tree? Alright,
Yep.
Tree has joined your party.
I kind of liked me no member.
Me no.
Alright, what's our dwarf's name?
Oh, Granfell.
Grandpa, what are you up to?
I've changed characters so many times, I don't even know what I am anymore. Well, okay, so did we bring Triss on then?
I don't know. Did you?
I think we were just still talking to her when it took off.
We really need a thief. Or someone who can pick locks.
Do we need a thief?
I mean, it hasn't really worked out really great.
Well, because see, we still can't get that one damn door open.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
You opened that one damn door all by yourself?
I bought a crowbar this time. According to the rules set forth, a crowbar can be used to try and open that door.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna take your word for it.
And that's when you hear, "Does somebody need a thief?" And our old friend Pearson,
Oh my god.
with his fur clothes, walks up and he's swinging around a thing of thieves' tools. Like,
I think that we should get Tree. I would like to see him practice for us on Pearson?
Pearson.
Yeah, Pearson. I think that we should see how well Tree works with his.
Well, it sounds like it's our friend Wendy's retainer.
Yeah.
I point at the thief. I'm like, sick.
And he grabs his club with two hands and kind of trots over to Pearson. And as he gets up to him, Pearson looks him dead in the eyes and then starts to scratch at the dent in his head. And Tree starts to his leg starts to shake.
Oh my god.
perfect.
Pearson's like, there's my friend. He doesn't know his name's Tree, but
Oh no. Well, for the hair. That sort of didn't work out how I planned.
I launch an arrow at Pearson's foot.
Nice.
okay.
Just
I
to
guess
show him that I won't miss my mark next time.
so. You're gonna shoot it at the ground then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like to intimidate him?
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm gonna intimidate him, and the only way I know how.
So there's like the thump as it hits the ground, and he's like, "So is that a no to the thief?"
That's a definite no.
I think so. And I walk up and I scratch Tree's dented head, and I'm like, only I get to do this.
Well, there goes one of the possible retainers.
Get out of here.
You okay?
Is everyone? You're fine. Keep going.
Okay.
All right. So you kick Pearson out of the bar.
That sounds good.
All right. So you're taking Tristan.
Sure.
Hey, lady.
Don't you think? Don't you agree? Should we take Triss? I mean, what is the only thing she can do?
Ventriloquism.
She can ventriloquism. That's the only thing she can do.
Ooh. I mean, that might not. Can she use any weapons?
A dagger.
That's fine for stabby stabs. We just want to make sure that, you don't walk in somewhere and get swarmed by kobolds and eaten alive in 10 seconds. I'm just speaking of all of the past experience I have. Winifred Wraithright the Great.
God, I hate making decisions.
Well, do you want to look around and see who else might be for hire?
Yeah, before we commit on Triss, because I just don't know that she would be worth our. So let's look around a little bit.
And there was the other halfling that was sitting next to you.
Yeah, okay. So, and she was interested?
You didn't talk to him.
Oh, it's a he?
Mhm.
So, I'm going to look at him and say, well, what about you, sir? Do you have any interest in joining our party as a revelant,
Retainer.
retainer?
And he's looking forward, and he's like, join the party to go on adventures like you spoke of. Do you think there'll be vampires?
Well, I haven't seen one yet, but that doesn't mean there's not any.
Right. Vampires. I'm in.
You're in? What do you think? What's your rate?
Standard fee.
What's your standard fee?
The 1 gold plus a half share of treasure.
Yeah, okay. I was hoping that it was something different. Okay. So tell me, what are your abilities?
Well, he's a halfling like you, and you can see that he has a short sword on his side and a short bow behind his back.
Yeah. So he's just another one of me.
Pretty much. He also has a kind of a strap going down his chest with some stakes on it.
Someone's
Stakes.
obsessed.
No, like wooden stakes.
Okay. What do you think, Wendy? Should we take this halfling with us?
You know, the little ones are harder to hit.
All right.
And I say that in the most non-racist way possible.
And it still
I'm
comes
an
off
elf, and
pretty
I'm
racist.
definitely not racist against any other races. Ever. I don't know what racism even is.
That's a great way to avoid it, is by saying that you don't acknowledge it.
So introduce yourself to us. What's your name?
Right. My name's Gregaga, the vampire hunter.
His name's what?
Gregaga. It's Greg with 2 G's at the end.
Okay. Do we have in this game? Are there vampires?
Pretty sure I just saw a documentary about him.
Okay.
Called Night Teeth.
No.
Okay. Well, let's gather you up then, Greg. Go get all your stuff you need, because we're going to be trying to get out of here pretty soon.
All right. He hops off his stool, and he's ready to go. So are you taking on Gregaga then?
Yep, I'll take him with me.
He gets his 1 gold piece.
Oh, and perhaps I forgot to mention that Granfell showed up with 0 money.
Yes.
He had to kind of scrounge the bottom of his pockets for the 1 copper piece for the cidery drink.
So you tell me that you're a scrub,
Basically.
Oh, I don't want no scrubs.
right? So what am I going to do then? I got to pay.
You might have to pay for more than 1. Wendy, how much money you got?
I have 1 gold.
Okay, yep, it's all on you.
It's all on me.
The only adventurer to make it out multiple times with money.
So Corey the elf, he died. He died too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got him killed.
I think I took care of it.
No, I don't think so. What about Ray Walls? Is he still alive?
Nope. He died.
Frey Wall. I mean, I don't know who that is. You know what? I think I'm having an issue hearing you guys.
Take away our pretty much everything, Robert.
Now I
Are
can
you
hear you.
registering?
But it's a little quiet.
It is quiet. Can you hear us now?
Yep, about the same, but I think for the most part I should be able to hear you guys just fine.
Oh no. What'd you do to it?
What the problem is because Erica stopped in for a hot second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, say something now, Kenny.
I don't know what to say.
I can hear you.
Okay. Like I thought, he's reverbing back through, and it was like super triple echo.
Echo?
You know what I was trying to get at.
Okay, so we have Greg and Tree, Gregiga and Tree, and then who else?
Do you want to bring on Triss? The other options are Triss and Pearson.
Oh, we're not taking him. Are there any other men in this bar?
No.
Or women?
Not that I have sheets for.
What do you think, Wendy?
I look at the non-spunky redhead whose name I don't recognize at all. I'm like, hey lady,
He says,
can you can do a stab, you can do the magic.
my name's
You
Triss,
seem
and
like
my hair's
you
brown.
could be semi-competent until you got, like, punched in the face or something.
She says, my name's Triss, and my hair's brown. But I got a dagger.
I like the cut of her jib.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
Okay, so you're bringing Triss too.
And what is your rate?
Standard fee.
Which we've now rewritten to 1 silver.
Nope.
Yeah, let's not let Tree know.
Actually, I don't think it matters. I don't think Tree understands what money is.
Oh, well, good.
Tree looks over to you and he goes, word hurt.
Word hurt.
And he looks sad.
And I just scratched the dent in his head and I'm like, it's okay, bud.
And now he's happy again.
Oh, so
Perfect.
you gotta rev his motor every now and again.
And Pearson walks up one more time. He's like, right, last chance.
Oh, yeah.
He's last chance at us.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. You can kiss
I
my
look at
ass.
Tree and then at the same time him and I both motion like we're gonna like punch Pearson. You know, we're like, get out of here. I'm shaking my fist.
He steps backwards into a corner, into kind of like a shadowed area, and then he's gone.
Good.
All right.
Ghosts.
Good.
All right.
So now should we pack it up and move it out?
Triss says one thing. I demonstrated my power to you, so I need a day to relearn it. She needs a rest. Relearn her magic.
That's okay. I'd rather leave tomorrow anyway.
That's how magic works. You wanted to see what she could do.
She got to throw her voice once for the day.
Oh my god. We always get like the crap shack of all retainers.
We had a chance at that thief guy.
Yep. So, are we all ready to go?
You got a party for the night. I mean, you guys got to rest
Oh,
up,
yeah.
and then you can leave first thing in the morning.
Crying out loud. All right, everybody, go to sleep. Quit dicking around.
I mean, you guys gonna eat any food or anything? I mean, you gonna pay for everybody's dinner?
Oh,
Actually, if the food's cheap enough, I could probably get some food.
well, here.
I've got like some of the lower stuff. I just don't have any gold.
How much food is it gonna cost me to feed all these fuckers? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like a bunch of platinum.
No, I just have a jewel medallion.
I could just feed them with my rations.
Did we save those? Because I have 15 rations too.
I mean, we could each feed our retainers with a ration.
Do you have rations, Robert?
Nope.
That's so helpful.
Hey, I had very limited money going into this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really bad. It was a bad roll.
Okay. Well, whoever needs rations, I've got some. So, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, everybody, here's some rations.
I mean, you could just. Matcha has some warm food at the tavern.
Well, yeah, but how much is it going to cost me?
Well, I want some warm food, Matcha. What do you got?
You can just.
You've got
what?
Well, depending on how much it is, I might have this.
The menu behind here has pottage and a mug of cider for 2 copper pieces, oat porridge and a mug of mead for 3 copper pieces, roasted cabbage and a mug of cider for 2 copper pieces, and roasted artichoke with a mug of stout for 4 copper pieces.
Ooh, I want the artichoke and the stout, man.
That'll be 4
I
copper
toss her
pieces.
my last gold piece, and I ask her to throw a feast for my new friends.
I have a lot of copper, so if that's all of your money, I can pay for your person. And for you.
It's too late. Matcha's already prepping the food and laying out a buffet line for everybody in here.
So did I actually pay then?
Sounds
Sounds like I didn't even dig into my purse yet, so
okay,
I'm gonna.
Nope. Your new friend Wendy.
Yes. Still have 9 copper.
Okay, so for my people that I'm paying for, my 2 people, me and my guy.
No, Wendy's paying for everything.
Oh, you don't pay for everything.
It's
Yes.
too late. She already did.
Too late.
You're such
Please
a nice
allow a
person.
lady to supply everyone else.
You know I'm a lady
Fresh
too.
beef, never frozen.
It's all I can do with my title.
You know I'm a lady too.
I mean, as in, I was once called Lady Winifred.
And Trish walks up and she
Little
goes,
one.
"Yeah, me too. We're all ladies, right?" But then Tree walks up and goes, "Tree."
Tree.
Tree.
Our whole party eats and makes merry by the fire for the night. And they all pass out in the hay piles, and you're counting the crystals on the wall and fireplace and everything. And then it cuts to black.
Fade to black.
And then next thing you know, it's in the morning.
So let me ask you, what do I do with this jeweled medallion? The green one I've lost somewhere because of the dead people. But I have the pink one. Like, what do you do with treasures? Do you sell them to people?
Yeah, if you want to sell it.
Or if not, you just keep it?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to sell it?
No, not right now. I'm going to wait until I'm broke.
Are you sure? Because we might need some money, and if you die, we lose it forever.
You don't know that.
Oh, maybe our bodies are still laying there somewhere in the cave.
Then we can go and look. All right.
All right.
So
we awaken.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And as a dwarf, I'm ready to go for the day first thing. Then I realize we need to get a canoe or 2 again, because we have no canoes again.
yeah, go and rent 2 canoes.
Yep.
So
And I just kind of follow your lead since you've been through this route many a time to the canoe shop.
yeah, but I have a very poor memory. So how much is this canoe going to cost us?
I think we determined 1 silver per canoe. That sound right?
I thought it was 2.
Was it 2? It might be 2.
It might have been 5.
Okay.
Somebody should have wrote that down.
Well, you just keep raising it every time, so what's it matter?
We'll say 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I can rent 1 canoe.
if I can use 10 coppers to make 1 silver.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll get the other canoe.
Which is 5 silver.
2.
2 silver.
Oh, so I need 20. Okay, so I'm going to use up 20 of them.
I'll write that down. 2 silver, 4 canoe.
And that's canon now.
In the book. I might have already done that once. I don't know which building the rest of that noise is coming from. But boy, sure sounds like a try-hard going at it up there. Hey. Okay. So we have our canoes. We're going to set forth.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So everybody piles into the canoes, and we will go through the river. You're down the river into the magical area where time seems to slow. We get to the clearing with the hole and the rushing water, and we stash our canoes again.
Yep.
I'm going to leave mine right on the bank and see what happens.
All right, we leave our canoes out in the open this time.
Well, I think that's silly, unless we want to buy 2 canoes that are gone.
We stash 1, leave 1 out for a test.
Sounds good.
All right.
We're going to find out once and for all if the stashing is worth it.
Let's see. Okay. And you're at the opening to the incandescent grottos. Does somebody want to
What's that?
What is this hole in the ground?
We all look to Ernan.
You really don't know what's been.
You're the only one that keeps bringing people here.
And Tree goes, Tree!
I don't know what to explain it to you.
So since there seems to be no explanation, I would like to use my perception to look around
Okay.
and see what I see.
Can I just give Robert a map? Maybe he already has.
Ernan reaches into her pocket and pulls out a map.
Oh, look! The incandescent grotto.
Yep.
Incandescent spelled wrong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I have no idea how to even get to that point. Grotto. All right, well, looking at this map, it looks like you've already made it to multiple locations.
Yes.
Should we go down the stairs?
Yes.
So we should probably establish a marching order and then go down the stairs.
Yep.
I would not like to be first.
Who's going first?
Free. You look like you're a real good leader. How about you go first, bud?
Tree. Okay. So it's Tree.
Tree. I'll follow behind Tree.
Okay, what's your name again?
This character is Grandpa.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll go next. Should we maybe throw in some of these other people?
It's up to you. You want Greg next after you?
Sure.
Good. Then who's after Good?
When do you want to take up the last spot?
Yeah, I was gonna say I should be real good at taking up the rear if that's fine.
Okay,
Then
so
we
we'll
have Triss.
throw Triss and then Wendy.
Now, I'm gonna throw up to you, Robert, a lantern with oil and a tinderbox so you can get that started, so you can see where you guys are going.
If I can just borrow a tinderbox, I have a torch.
Oh, okay. That's even better.
So I hold the torch towards you and let you spark that dude up. Yeah, because I was so poor I could only buy torches, not even a tinderbox.
Wendy, do you want a lantern for the back? Are you, so you can
I
see
can
the
light a
story?
torch for the back.
Okay. Awesome.
We are learning. We're gonna light this bitch up. Okay. So then, me being behind tree, I kind of nudge him in the direction of down the hole since he seems
You just
a little spaced out with his shoulder.
That's
He slowly starts to descend the stairs.
We slowly follow.
You're in a natural cavern with rough stone walls open to the sky. There's a rough stone stairway that you guys are venturing down with a misty waterfall at the bottom. There's a tranquil pool with multiple chirping monkeys swimming in and out, some diving down to eat the seaweed and some eating the moss on the walls. And there's a sandy beach at the bottom of the stairs.
Yep.
I go to wave at a monkey and then look at my hand and say, "Why am I trying to wave at this monkey?"
And several monkeys wave exuberantly back at you.
And then I would like to guide Tree to the opening.
Which opening?
Not the hole in the ground, the glowing opening.
Okay. Towards the crystal corridor.
The crystal corridor.
All right. There's the sandy floor continues with pulsating crystals covering the walls and ceilings.
Now, what do I see in this hallway?
You see pulsating crystals covering the walls and ceilings.
No rusty grate. Am I in
There's
the
a
wrong
rusty
spot?
grate. There's
Oh,
a spy
good.
hole.
I would like to look through the rusty grate.
Okay, you walk up to it and look inside, and you see an empty room with nothing but a purple hue on the other side.
Okay, no one's in there. Okay.
Does anybody else want to do anything in this room?
Are we in the room?
Well, we're in that hallway.
Oh, that same hallway.
Yeah. And the hallway is what has the rusty grate that you could look through. And I've heard stories of once there being kobolds in that room on the other side of the rusty grate. There does not seem to be any there this time.
No, because those
Go around the room. Is there any fungus?
In the room that you're currently in,
Yeah.
there are not. There are only pulsating crystals.
And let me tell
I
you.
turn on my nose. Thank God there's not fungus. I hate fungus.
It's so allergic.
There's going to be some healing mushrooms. They don't heal. So don't.
I've heard stories of them healing.
One time.
One time out of 86, they healed someone.
And it wasn't enough to save him anyway.
And it wasn't enough to save him anyway. So
I don't think that it wasn't enough. I think it was just poor decision making on on people's parts. Are you doing anything else in this crystal corridor?
No.
Are we venturing on to the next room?
Yes.
It's a room full of crystals and mushrooms with scarlet pimpernelles covering the walls.
See, these are the mushrooms I was just telling you about. They are worthless.
So me as a dwarf and kind of living in the mines, I'm fascinated by these crystals I see.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try and take my battle axe. Nope. I would like to try and use my crowbar that I'm carrying to see if I can bust one of these crystals loose.
These crystals are hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I didn't know that. I just saw they were pretty. And I'm super short. Alright.
Why don't you ask Tree to bash one down for you?
I mean, isn't the ceiling like 10 feet high?
I look at Tree and I'm like, lift that little guy.
See,
And
that's a good idea.
I point at Granfell and then I point at the ceiling.
Tree grabs me and throws me.
No! He grabs you. And let's see.
I'm gonna let you borrow my short sword so you can cut it from.
Well, I have a battle axe too.
Okay.
But I figured maybe the crowbar would pop her loose.
He goes to lift you up, to get at the crystals in the ceiling, and then he loses his footing on a sandy ground and slips backwards. And
Fair enough. Alright, well, I don't want the crystals that bad. I didn't take damage from that, did I? Okay.
not this
Well, I
time.
scratched the dent in Tree's head, and I'm like, that's okay, boy.
It's okay. You tried. You do your best.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do in here?
That was my
No.
thought in the room.
All right. Well, you venture. You leave this room and you venture into the room with the fallen door, with the purple moss covering the walls.
Yeah. I heard stories that your last person was carrying some and it didn't do them any good.
Yeah,
They didn't know what it was for.
that poor cleric got himself in a world of trouble.
Yeah. Well, I would like to, I guess, head towards that door that's fallen on the ground. I'd like to head towards the opening.
Okay. Are you going in?
I'm gonna wait by the doorway for my companions for when they're ready.
I'm ready to enter. Oh, I've never been here before. What is this place?
Fuck. What? Do I do something?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to do anything in this room?
Do I?
Yeah.
No, because I've already done it all.
Fair enough. Okay, I think we guide Tree through that opening. What?
And you enter the doors of the masters. You know, with the 5 doorways, 3 on one side, 2 on another, staggered slightly apart.
Yes, according to my map, it looks like you guys weren't able to open one of these doors.
Correct.
I would like to try my hand at the first door, the Master of Ooze. I'd like to go up to the door with my crowbar and see if I can bust it open.
How does that work?
It doesn't really describe it in there. It just says it can be used to try at stuck doors or to jam. Hang on, let me get to equipment here. Crowbar can be used for forcing doors and other objects open. So, I don't know if with the crowbar we use open stuck door, but it's really a locked door though.
It is a locked door.
So maybe that's not what the crowbar is for anyway.
Don't think that's what the crowbar is for anyway.
Okay, well. Man, if only we had a thief.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong really quick.
Okay.
I've always been assuming that these doors are like stone slabs that like slide down or are like massive unopenable doors unless you complete whatever puzzle, correct? I mean, you can only answer so much of what I just said, but they're
No,
big
but I-
stone rocks. That's how I picture them.
Is this Wendy who says, "I've always assumed," even though she's been there for 5 minutes?
Yes, it's Wendy. I've always assumed that these were giant slabs. I've heard so much about the incandescent grotto.
Solid stone doors that are sealed.
They are stone. Okay.
So there's not like a knob, right?
Maybe.
Yes, and?
I guess what I'm asking is there even like a lock to be picked?
Oh yeah, all doors have the keyhole shaped hole in them, regardless of whether they're
Okay.
locked or not. All doors do.
All doors have that.
Perfect.
It's still locked. Map you gave me. Okay, well,
So
we trudge along.
we follow that map all the way to the end and quit screwing around and start where we ended off.
So you venture through the hallway into the open room where there's two piles of bones. Well, actually, there's several piles of bones. There's two piles of bones, one kind of with a green hue, one kind of with a pink hue, and then there's a dank, decayed corpse of a small dwarf. It's kind of propped backwards. Does anybody want to do anything in this room?
Yeah,
I want to search the dwarf.
I think that we should all see what's going on.
Who's first? Granfell.
Yeah, I'm gonna search the one that isn't bones yet, the dwarf.
Okay. Well, I don't have a character sheet on me, so no, it's Kurta.
Oh, that's Kurta. Kurta was the dwarf.
Yeah.
Well, I think Kurta had a lockpicking kit, and
but you didn't have an ability to use it.
But it didn't have the ability to use it.
And 3 magic mushrooms.
Is that from your notes?
Yep.
There you
go. Okay. Oh, sweet.
Somebody's been here and they've taken whatever armor she might have been wearing. So it's a naked, decaying corpse.
You know what? She did have the same armor as me.
Yeah, but we had decided the armor wouldn't transfer from dead people.
I mean, it can, but she's naked.
She's naked. I'm searching the naked chick.
She has an axe and 3 magic mushrooms. I know that for sure.
Got it.
Ernan. Ernan? What do you want to do?
Man, I don't want to loot one of my friends.
Well, Kurta's your only friend.
Aww.
Well, alright, I guess I'll go and loot the green pile of bones.
Okay, so you bend down to kind of rifle through them, and then you clutch your necklace and remember that this is a pile of bones that you got your necklace, or that jeweled amulet from.
I think I got mine from the pink one.
Okay.
There's nothing on it.
Oh, okay.
There's a pink pile of bones.
Well, I already know I got the medallion from that. So, okay. I guess I'm done.
I look down at Kurta's bones, and because I'm a racist, I mistake them for halfling bones. And I'm like, oh my god, Ernan, you poor, teensy tiny little baby. I am so sorry about what your small, tiny little self has gone through with all this loss you've faced as I'm rummaging through bones.
And Greg kind of coughs and keeps walking.
I look at Gregaga and I shake my head.
It was?
Correct. So according to your map and notes, I see a room that has 4 ruin plates or ring plates on the floor set up in a row, and it looks like there's a battle that took place there. What happened in that room?
Not a whole lot of good.
Perhaps that's the room that we should go look.
You guys can go first.
I mean, that's what's going to happen anyway in this order.
All right, are we gonna keep marching?
I'm gonna
Keep on
I'm gonna
marching.
look at the map carefully, and I'm gonna kind of hold Tree's shoulder with one hand, and we're gonna just kind of guide our way through what looks to be a horseshoe style hallway that leads into a room with robes. And then your handwriting's kind of bad on the map.
Oh, everyone should grab a robe. They're free.
They're free robes.
So are you walking through the horseshoe right now?
Free robes.
Yes.
Okay.
We're heading through the horseshoe.
And I'd like to say, I don't know how you're grabbing hold of Tree's shoulder because you're a dwarf, and he like.
No, I'm like holding on to it. I'm riding on him. I don't know. Maybe I just tap his side when he has to turn directions.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Okay. So you're going into the room with the robes, right?
Correct.
We through it, aren't we?
Well, as you get up to that door, a dark mass falls from the ceiling and kind of bounces off a tree and falls onto
Oh, come on.
Grandpa.
Alright.
And because he got a surprise on you.
Surprise attack.
Let's see. Let me just do.
Is this the black goo again?
It is the Ebony Slime. Jeez. So it attacks and wait, how does this work?
I think he attacks and misses on the first one because it's the first attack, right? I think that's what I
He
read.
doesn't
in the rules
immediately
tome.
kill our new dwarf friend.
Yeah, that's the way I remember it.
Oof. It rolled pretty well, so it's gonna.
Oh no.
There's no way. It didn't put that. Okay. No. It attacks you and it does 2 damage. All right. So we're gonna say that's his turn. Now it's our crew's turn.
Well, if that was the surprise attack, don't we have to roll initiative?
Yeah, you're right. I was gonna avoid saying that, but because you brought it up.
No. Well, call me a rule follower.
So we have to roll initiative.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
They got a 2. So it's your.
All right.
It's Tree's turn.
All right,
So
Tree.
He jumps back and looks at the goo and says, "Tree!" and swings his fucking club at it.
Yeah, he does.
And he
Yeah.
rolls a. Critically failed.
Did he get a 1?
He got a 1. So he swings as hard as he can and knocks Grandpa right in the shin
Oh, come on.
to the tune of 1 damage. But it's a critical failure. It's got to be something bad.
Who brought this TikTok guy around?
Tree.
All right.
Now it's Grandpa's turn.
Oh.
This thing is not stuck to you. It is not on you right now, but it's not stuck to you.
It's not stuck to me. Then I would like to use my turn to just get this thing off of me. And how big is this slime?
6 feet across.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. It's a big guy.
Man, I was gonna say throw him, but I don't think I'm that strong.
Okay.
So
Do you want to make a strength check for it and throw it?
I would like to. I'm gonna try and peel it off of me as fast as I can, and I'm gonna try and throw it so that it's not so close to us.
Okay.
I need to be under. Yeah. 17. Okay, So I'm not strong enough to throw it, so it just falls to my feet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Ernan,
Yes.
what are we gonna do? Are we gonna try to attack this thing, or are we just gonna book it out of here?
Too many lives have been lost.
Ernan turns to her party members and says, "I've dealt with this before. Regular attacks won't hurt it," and tells everybody to flee.
Oh, we can't do anything to this thing anyway.
She says, "Fly, you fools!"
Yep.
And I don't even question it. I just start booking it with my little bitty legs.
Yep. GTFO, guys.
And so I'd say we run just back the path we went back to the skeletons. And it looks like from the map you guys have done this once before and you circled around. Do we want to try
Circle
that
around,
again?
yeah.
Ernan? That's how you did it last time. You circled around.
And got away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's.
You're the party member. You're the most tenured party member here.
That I'm deciphering as we're running.
And holding a torch.
And holding a torch.
It's been a minute before we've done all this.
Turn right. Go to the other side of the horseshoe thingy on this map. And so that's what we do. We're going to turn. We're going to head to the door on the left.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna run the circle and try to
Run the circle. We're going to try to outrun the blob and get to this room that's labeled robes.
All right.
Well, I know we got to the robe room at some point because everybody had a robe.
Yeah,
I
which
remember
is
that.
it's this one.
We're just trying to get past the slime right now.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess
Do we have to do it?
let's make a check. We'll make a dexterity check. We'll do a group dexterity check. So whoever has the best dexterity, I'd say you have them roll it.
I got 8, so I would say probably not me.
What are we rolling?
Dex.
It might
Vernon's
be
got
me.
15.
And I have to roll.
Yours, Wendy?
I've got a 12.
You're rolling.
I just got.
That's what we want. It's lower.
All right, you guys book it past this thing before it even knows what happened, and you run through the slab door that leads to the robe room, and Gregor goes, "Wait, I got this," and he rips one of the stakes off of his chest, and he shuts the door and slams it underneath the door and pounds it in with his mallet.
Smart.
He's the first guy that brings stakes.
Nice.
Good job, Greg.
He looks back and goes, "It's not a vampire, but it'll do."
Nice. Good. Well done. So after I catch my breath and kind of look around, I try and find a robe that is half the size of the others.
I'm dragging mine around.
Yeah, and you don't. You grab it and it's sitting on the floor, not quite as much as what Ernan's is. And you look at Ernan's robe and it is like just tattered and fucking muddy at the bottom,
Yeah.
and there's like a caterpillar kind of crawling across it.
And so I look at the robe in my hands, and I look at her tattered mess that's behind her, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to look like that. And I throw the robe back on the hook.
Okay, so Grandpa is not grabbing a robe. What about you, Wendy? Do you want a robe?
I look at the robes and I'm like, I am so used to fancy robes like this back where I'm from. And I can tell you, I have absolutely no need whatsoever for a new robe. I'm going to remain unrobed, if you will. Thank you.
Unrobed, eh?
Unrobed.
And Tree looks at the robes and goes, "Tree," and doesn't put one on either. Who?
I scratched Tree's head out of acceptance.
Who has the other retainers? Who has Triss and who has Gregiga?
Well, I have Triss, so he must have Gregiga.
No, you had to buy them both.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I have them both.
Do you want them to put on robes?
She wants to be the one and only robe club.
You know what? Those fuckers can put on a robe and we'll be the cool kids.
Oh, that's a power move.
All right, Gregiga and Triss put on robes.
That's a power move. When the robes come alive and strangle you to death. Jesus, worst dungeon ever.
So we walk past this little opening that has the robes in it, and you come to that kind of T with a door right across from you, or a hallway going left, or a hallway going right.
And the door in front of us is closed, correct?
Correct.
Can I listen at that door before we move any farther?
Sure, why not? Sure, listen at door. That's a 5 or a 6 you're looking for.
4.
But you're up to the door, and all you can hear is Tree kind of chewing on something behind you. You have no idea where he even got anything to chew on.
I was just wondering, is he chewing on a robe? Oh, okay. Well, that was my. You're up, Ernan.
Nick,
What do you want to do?
what do I want to do?
Yeah.
Like if it were me in real life,
Yeah.
it would be go home,
Take a nap.
take a nap. Because I've been with too many people for too long.
You can tell your friends that.
I'm not going to tell them.
Soon we're your friends.
Are you therefore I can make you be my
You
friend?
didn't pay for me.
Yeah, he's Wendy's friend.
Oh,
Bought
that's-
food.
Oh my god, I'm so poor.
Okay, so what are we doing here? We've gone through the robe room. We have to pick a door, or we already picked a door.
You can either go through the doorway, or you can go left, or you can go right, which is where you went last time.
Okay, so let's go left because right didn't really work out for us. What?
Just no dead bodies laying there.
Yeah.
There's some dead people in there.
All right, then let's go off to the right and loot my friends.
Just reading the map.
Aaron says ever so somberly. What's the word I'm looking for? Somberly.
Ooh, good word.
Okay, so we're heading out to the right. Do you need a band-aid?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I don't want you to get blood on my map.
Alright, so you go to the right, and you come to a room with 4 magical discs kind of lining the wall. Or at least you assume they're magical. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 corpses.
Oh my god, there's so many dead people in here.
There's a decomposing elf corpse, a decomposing human corpse in armor, another elf corpse that's decomposing, and a human corpse that has it's not decomposing quite as fast as the others, and it has fungus kind of growing from it.
Okay, so I guess it's me first. I would like to search the female elf corpse that I see sitting on the ground.
And what do you find?
I find.
Did Wendy?
Oh no. No, it is Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy, you loot a corpse.
I guess I'm gonna look at obviously the immaculate bones that exist to what I perceive to be a once beautiful cleric.
You walk up to the corpse, and while the other corpses appear to have like they're just kind of laying down like obviously from a battle. This corpse kind of is like laid out with the arms crossed across their chest, almost like in a ceremonial way. They're not nearly as decomposed as the rest of the bodies, but there is fungus. The entire body is covered in moss, and there's fungus growing from the corpse.
Oh, interesting.
Like, how beautiful. And I look at its inventory.
And the inventory screen pops up.
And I pull out everything I can.
I don't know what's in there, but sure.
There's not much. Somehow Wendy knows there's just not that much.
Are you taking all of his fungus?
Oh, I'm taking all the fungus.
All right. That is Wendy's turn, and so we're back to Grandpa.
Yep. So I would like to, while Wendy's picking moss off of the dead body, I'm gonna go search the elf on the ground. And as I open her backpack, I find spear, a short bow, arrows, and a shield, and a robe. But I look at the robe and I'm like, nah, I don't want that. And I also am gonna leave the spear and short bow. But I want the shield. So I'm gonna take the shield off of her body. And her tinderbox. That sounds dirty.
I think Wendy's the only one with the tinderbox.
What else? Oh, she had a purple moss as well. Okay. Oh, and there's a jeweled medallion that's half hanging out of her bag, in her treasure bag. I'm gonna grab that, put that in my treasure bag.
Good, so the same medallions are together, you know.
Okay. And the rest of the stuff, really, I can't loot, so I'm gonna leave it on the body to rot.
Ernan?
Are there more bodies?
Yeah. There's a male body with a like plate mail on it, and then there's a kind of a more lean, a slightly taller elf body.
I don't remember that elf coming with us again.
Glory.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else kind of looks over their shoulder as they hear Ernan go, yeah.
I couldn't remember.
He was in the party for such a short time, and he didn't really do a lot.
I know, he was way up there. So, I don't know what he had.
I don't know either.
Oh,
I think
oh no, Corey was a retainer.
yeah, I think he had a short bow and a short.
You don't.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to loot him because he doesn't have anything on him.
You search him and go, useless.
Yep.
As useless in death as you were in life.
Yes.
Ain't that the truth?
Absolutely.
All right, you fiery redhead.
100%.
What about you?
You know, I'm no longer interested in searching corpses or anything like that. You know, I saw that wonderful, lovely cleric-looking corpse on the ground, and I was just like, wow, what a beautiful, perfect specimen. And I guess I'm tranced.
And I jump at the opportunity to search one more body because I'm just a gross dude like that. And I search the human body, the biggest of them all.
And he has plate mail, a hammer, some gold. Much.
Are we able to take money?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hang on now. Because I may have also taken 19 gold and 41 copper if it's still there on Irondale.
Yeah, and no way that's how much the other body has on it too.
Oh, kidding.
Yeah.
All right, well, then we're gonna go ahead and loot all that. So, okay. Then I just leave the rest. I'm really only interested in the money.
Vernon, what do you want to do now?
What is it always up to me?
It's always up to somebody.
You're next in line.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want to loot any of these already looted bodies? Do you want to go and touch the magical discs along the wall?
no, I think I don't know, because it'll send me right back outside. You don't want me to touch the discs?
I don't know. According to this map, the last thing on the map that's noted is that the discs are bad.
All right. So let's keep forging on, and nobody.
Actually, before we leave the room, I'd like to ask Ernan, what is the significance of these discs? The map doesn't really say much about them.
Yeah, but it's a significant.
Shut up, that's a hard word. That is a really hard word. You can eat me.
The last time we were here, we discovered they were kind of like, what do you call them? Transformer or
They're robots in disguise.
No, what is the word?
Transportation.
That's still not.
Transporters.
Yes, transporters. Like you touch them and they transport you different places. That did not work out well for my colleagues, so I would recommend nobody touch them, and we can go on our merry way. But if you touch one, it's your own bad luck where you end up.
Okay. Can I do a search of the room?
Sure.
Like, are there any writings on the wall, like, near these discs?
You search the room.
I search the room.
You see dark stone blocks, pockmarked. The walls and the ceilings, 10 feet tall. There's red tiled floor and kind of circular patterns. There's 4 silver discs along the wall, running north to south.
Okay.
That's all you find. Aside from the magical glyphs on the ring, or on the discs.
Right. Maybe it was...
See in the corner, tree taking a leak in the corner.
Oh, this tree guy. This tree guy's a trip.
Yeah, but he had a good idea.
Taking a leak. Oh! We're taking a break. Everyone on the stream, urination time.
Everybody find a corner.
Find a corner.
Hey. On my way.
Urination station.
Urination station. Do. Got money now.
It's dead people money.
Isn't all money dead people money?
No.
It's even got dead people on them.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have dead people germs on it.
Yeah.
Although probably.
I don't know that I'd be so confident about that one. All right. First thing I'm doing when we get back is selling that jeweled medallion.
Why?
Let's see how much it's worth. It's minus... Save. I am also going to be.
Me too.
Do.
Right. It is very true. Because we always have to start over with people. Gotta get our troop going again. Be this time.
Boom.
And with the full crew.
Where's Siren?
Probably on the couch.
Oh, you sweetheart.
I heard her snoring somewhere.
What's that?
That I heard her snoring somewhere.
Oh.
What are we doing after the game? After the game?
I don't know. Play or watch? Not sure. I sit around and crank another G Fuel out and fall asleep with a high heart rate. I don't know. Trying to think of what. I mean, basically lately it's either Ghost of Tsushima or Rocket League. I've even booted up recently.
I've fallen back to the old reliables of League and Skyrim.
In Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. I'm playing on survival mode.
What's that like in Skyrim?
You have to eat, otherwise you get hungry and your stamina gets lower.
Okay.
If you're cold, like armor all gets different warmth values.
Mm-hmm.
If you're cold, your health bar gets much smaller and you move much slower. And as you get tired, like your magic doesn't regen.
Oh,
and,
really?
It also like gets much smaller too. So you basically have to like continue to sleep and eat, and you can't fast travel anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can take carriages from like town to town, but then when you arrive, your person's like all tired and hungry and stuff.
Because they've been on the road for.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, no fast travel, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It's a little rough, yeah.
Because that'd be probably the only thing that would get to me.
It makes the progress. Everything is much like it just you don't get as much done as quickly.
Right. But at the same time, that's a lot of where I lose track of stuff anyway, is just wandering.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to walk everywhere, I would just lose even more time just because I'd end up somewhere else.
Oh, and your carrying capacity is like much smaller too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like your total weight?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Is that a mod or is that just in there?
It is, but it's through the Creation Club, so it's like
Okay, so it's
mod.
a
Basically like a DLC.
certified mod or whatever they call them
Yeah.
for a long or a short period of time.
So it doesn't break your game.
Mm-hmm. The ones that break are more fun.
Well, yeah, but then you can't get trophies and stuff.
It is true. Although, if I remember right, when I modded mine out, there is a mod that then turns around and re-allows trophies or Steam achievements.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because I remember doing that to mine.
It's a hell of a way around it.
But I had a bunch of Nexus mods that just, I mean, it made it look gorgeous, but it got a little ridiculous trying to keep them updated and in the right order.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like there was a mod that like made it so you could re-enable getting Steam achievements.
I don't mess around with the mods too much because I just don't feel like dealing with it, you know.
Mine, it was just, I was trying to make Skyrim look as gorgeous as possible.
Right.
That's all it was. I didn't do any of the fun ones. I just was, you know, texture packs and 4K packs and, you know, prettier water and...
Just find a way to play Skyrim for the upteenth time.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't beat it the whole way through.
No, I've started it probably 30 times, but
Listen, who plays the main story in Skyrim? I hate dragons.
It's
Who
only like
needs dragons?
It's only like 3 quests long.
Is it really?
I mean, everything is. The
Yeah, that's
companions literally was 3 quests long. But we're back. Everybody
Back from the pee break.
I'm gonna turn my
Oh, yeah.
fan off, okay? Because it's making me feel.
Oh, that's fine. We're done in the corners.
What do you need? You have blanket on.
It doesn't matter. She had a heated blanket and 2 other blankets and probably the heating pad.
I had a heating pad, my heated blanket, and another blanket at nap time, and I was still cold. I just gotta chill, and I couldn't get rid of it. It's the way it goes, and I think I get it from your cold heart.
Possible.
You and your bougie blanket. Alright. So what are we doing now?
Okay.
Okay.
In the room
We're in the room
with the plates.
with the plates.
Okay. I say we leave the room. I don't want to touch the plate. I've heard bad things
Whoa.
from Ernan. Ernan said last time they touched the plates that she transferred somewhere else.
Last time she touched the
Well-
plates, everybody around her suddenly died for
Right.
no
That's what I
reason.
said.
Now, somehow, this is separate. GM. Somehow I already know there's writing above these discs or on the disc.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the glyphs that's on them?
Mm-hmm. They're magical glyphs. So somebody, unless it's marked on your map already.
Yeah,
What
correct.
your friend says. Okay.
Okay, so it must have been because Corey was magical. He was able to read them, or even our cleric that used to be in the group.
I think Arendelle read them.
Oh, really? Well, okay. She's not around anymore. All right. So I would like to lead the charge out of this room and back to the fork.
Is everybody following?
Sure.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
Hold on one moment, friends. I may be a tad bit risky here, but I believe, according to, of course, my own personal knowledge, that these plates each describe a specific place. Now, I'm wondering if we make an agreement amongst all of us, and I mean all of us, even you, dear tree, that if we all touch the same plate, we will all endure the same consequences together.
fair enough.
Do we feel mutual about this?
Sure.
Ernan's in. And I'm always in for some sort of adventure.
I mean, I'm gonna be pretty pissed if I die.
You'll get over it.
No, I'm kidding.
So I see.
So since I'm holding the map, do you want me to read what the map says for the 4 discs?
Yes, please.
I mean, we're saying it's basically on the map.
As long as it was marked on the map.
Oh, man, it really wasn't. It was in his notes.
All right. Well, you could always have Wendy read them.
Is Wendy magical?
Okay, listen, I remember one of them was called the Sacrificial Bridge. I mean, what? Who was that? I don't know.
Oh, okay. I turn to Wendy and say, Wendy, are you able to read magical stuff?
Actually, I legitimately am able to read magical stuff. That's kind of my whole shtick.
Because there's shit on these rings that I don't understand here.
Okay, I'm going to approach the third thing. The third thing on the ground, and I'm going to use read magic.
You read the magical glyphs that are kind of glowing on this disc, and it says Sacrificial Bridge.
Hey. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, this might be the place we're looking for. How do we feel about that?
This one says fun time, awesome place.
You're the only one that can read it, so I guess we're trusting you.
Except for the water.
Okay. And I touch it and I go first.
Okay, who's after Wendy?
And I go, whoa, what the hell?
And Tree goes, Tree! And like jumps on it after you.
Tree's awesome. All right, well, I turn to Ernan, Gregeg, and Triss, and I say, well, I think the rest of us should also head through that same one. And then after making that very clear so that all the retainers touch it, I touch the circle.
Okay, so a grand fall goes. Ernan, are you going?
Yeah, after all those people we pay go.
There you go, Tristan. Wendy's already there. Okay, so bear with me while I find.
Sacrificial bridge.
Yeah.
This is where we need the transport.
The Twilight Zone theme song plays in the background.
There we go.
See, it doesn't feel better in here since the fan's off.
I think it's much better.
Good, thank you. Thanks for agreeing with me. It really means a lot. I'm not even joking.
Oh, I thought this was what couples therapy tells us to do is. Thank you for understanding my feelings, honey.
Well, thank you for understanding my feelings.
You're welcome.
And you're just fucking with me.
No, it does feel better, but I was also fine before.
Okay.
But sensing the difference upon my skin, I realize how it would be better for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody rushes to the teleporter discs.
Oh no.
Ernan, the last person, you touch the disc, and everything goes to black, and it kind of fades back in, and you kind of feel like you're falling, and you hear a splash, and you fall into a river full of water with rushing currents. And you find yourself surrounded by your other party members.
So there's no bridge at the sacrificial bridge?
All struggling to swim in this river.
Oof.
There's to either side of you. There's a kind of a bridge that you would like to. You could get or not a bridge, but like somewhere to climb up. You could either go east or west. I guess we're to have to order. So Grandpa, which way are we going?
East. Okay, so as I'm gasping for air above the water, because I'm super short and probably not a great swimmer as a dwarf, which directions did I have?
You either had there's the river that's running from north to south.
Okay, so the river is north to south.
You could either climb up the east or west.
Okay, so I would like to climb up the east.
Okay.
East side of the bank.
Do you call out to everybody else to climb up there with you?
As soon as I kind of get to the bank and kind of catch my breath, I holler out, "Hey, everybody over here!" And I guess probably not wave my torch at this point. I just kind of wave my hands. Hopefully everyone can see me, and I holler as loud as I can to come this way. Heard.
Ernie, do you follow after him? Are you climbing the eastern bank with him?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay. So you all climb up onto the kind of the. It's not really a shore. It's kind of like a rotten away path. Not rotten, but like roughed away from the water. You guys get up there, and do you want to? It's dark. It is very dark inside.
It's very dark.
Yeah. Do you want to light up your torch?
Well, is all our equipment ruined because of the water, or can we light a torch?
I don't have anything that says that it's all ruined. So.
Okay.
And this is magic, so no.
This is real life, honey. We just very rarely or very almost died. I would like to light my torch.
It is wet, so it's going to take you a little while to light it.
Fair enough.
Ernan, what do you want to do while he's lighting his torch?
Well, will my lamp work?
Yeah, because you can just kind of
Shoot
shake the water
oil.
off a bit and then fill it with fresh oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that for now.
Can I, instead of my torch?
No, that's your turn.
No!
Wendy, what are you doing while he's messing with his torch and she is lighting her lantern?
First of all, are we on sand or are we on like grass?
Yeah, it sounds like it's more like a
Dark
almost
stone blocks, pockmarked.
Everything is dark stone.
yeah. So the river's running through this dungeon we're in.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
like.
So I guess I'm just going to check my surroundings, see if I sense anything like any danger. Can I do that?
Kind of trying to feel your way around. You get a waft of just this putrid smell coming pretty much from either direction of you. If you face one way, it
Stinky.
smells putrid. If you face the other way, it smells almost as bad, just different.
Rotten?
Rotten.
Just as rotten?
It smells rotten,
But a different rotten.
but a different rotten.
Oof. Okay.
That's gonna
Okay.
be Robert after that Mexican food tonight. A different brand of rotten.
Okay, so did she manage to light the lantern then?
We're not sure her turn yet. It's your turn.
Well, no, but she was. Oh, she was doing the action of like changing the oil out and stuff. Okay, well, since I have infravision, I can kind of see that she's messing with her shit.
Do you want to use your infravision to kind of look around and scan things?
Well, no, I just thought infravision meant that I can see vaguely in the dark.
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, I don't have to use it as an action though.
No, I mean no, but I didn't know if that's what you're getting.
Oh no! I see her doing that, and I'm like, oh well, I'm not gonna mess with this wet torch. I put that away, and I would instead like to try eating one of my magic mushrooms, which I'm guessing are the Pimperellis.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would like to eat one of those.
And roll a d6.
Is that what it was? A D6?
Yep.
4.
Make a Constitution check.
Okay. On that side, that's a 6. Constitution 16. So that's a success.
Yes.
Okay.
And you feel yourself like gargling in your stomach, and then nothing happens.
Damn it. Okay.
All right, Ernan. You're swapping out the oil in your lantern and getting ready to light. You light the lantern. And as you do, when you hold it up, you see 5 sets of eyes peering at you, and you hear kind of like a kind of sound, but it's heavy and it's the very deep bass, and as that's happening, you can see that you are surrounded by 5 giant mutant frogs.
Awesome.
Roll through initiative.
Ah, there it is. Of course, the mutant frogs are mean. That's a 3.
6. So they go first.
You said there's 5 of them?
Yeah.
When does Wendy get to go?
She went. She was like scanning around, and she could see she could smell the rotten shit.
Hey.
2 foot long, vicious talons and teeth, warty green skin with purple nodules, dripping wet, crawling up from the chasm, croaking, belch like. I don't have any belch, otherwise I would do it. But they're very very aggressive, and they the first one will, I guess, leap at the lantern, Ernan, and attack.
They're gonna attack me.
And it missed.
Oh, all 5 are going for her?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
What's your armor class? It's just like 2, isn't it?
Yeah, she's got the really baller shit. AC.
It's 1.
One? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, the... I guess they're all just going to launch at you, which I guess is a good thing because your armor class is so good.
Okay.
They all miss. They all waste their turn.
Yes.
So we're at the top of the order. And Tree yells, "Free!" and slams his club on top of the very first one that leapt at you. And he missed.
3. Okay. Man, that mushroom would have been worth a damn. And they're right near me. I'm assuming they're kind of near all of us because we were all together when we came out of the water.
Yeah, you're all close enough to that kind of like chasm with the river that I'm gonna say, yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to, while holding my shield, I'm going to take my battle axe, and I'm going to just take the hardiest swing I can at the nearest frog.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
That's a 20. That's a 20.
At the 20.
That's a 20.
All right, you slam your battle axe into it and go ahead and roll your damage and multiply it by 2.
Which is a D8. Which that would be that one. Okay. 7, so 14.
I think we lost our.
Oh no.
14.
14.
Slam your axe into this fucker's head and it falls over dead.
Kill them.
Nice work.
I've lost your guys' video, by the way.
Yeah, he's working on it.
Brian's working on it.
Okay.
Kenny just noticed it as I was doing my badass swing.
Yeah, nobody's gonna see.
See, I was doing kung fu.
He went outside and actually got a frog to just like slam it on the table and kill it.
Yep. Fine, isn't it?
Worse, but yeah.
While we're waiting, Kenny, have you gotten an angry message from Mel yet?
Fucking Venom.
What?
Did you tell her that I hated Venom?
I did. Finally.
I would look
She
forward
was
to an
very
angry message.
unhappy.
I would look forward to an angry message to understand what kind of stupidity it would take to like such a fucking dog shit movie.
Was it horrible?
It was like one of the worst cinematic experiences I've ever had. It was so bad.
I am ready for this debate to happen.
Mel's argument, it's gay.
It's gay.
Right. My argument, everything about it is absolutely just completely scuffed. From the editing to the score to the overall, they use a newscaster to move along the plot line. Like everybody looks at the TV and the newscaster says what's going on. They use that 3 different times.
Oh.
3 different times in one movie.
Oh, that's bad.
That's horrible storytelling.
So I'll have someone just sit there and narrate the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should Kind of Funny did a in review of Venom with Every Carnage, and I mean, yeah, you should listen to how upset they all. Well, not even upset. They were expecting it because the first one was so bad. Yeah, it's rough.
Listen, it's just an argument that you and Mel need to have, and I need to know everything about when it happens.
Okay.
Cut back.
And we come back from commercial, and Grenfell is slicing his axe down through this frog with such might for 14 damage.
Damn.
End of commercial.
And it's dead.
Yeah.
You were still sap buying, weren't you?
What?
You're selling sap for mattresses.
Oh, so the frog is dead, and we go to Ernan. What do you want to do?
I guess I'm gonna attack one too because we only have 4 left. So I'm going to take my short bow and an arrow and
Do you have one you want to aim at specifically? Because they're all pretty close to you.
nope, it is for me to hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Which one?
Your d20. So that hits what, armor class 4?
Nice.
So that connects. Go ahead and roll your damage on your bow.
Oh, okay, and that's gonna be on this one.
Do you have it marked on your
It's
page?
D6.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
So, yep. Sorry, that is your D6.
Okay.
Yep.
I just looked at it too. And
6.
6 damage. The arrow pierces this thing, kind of in the face and brushes off to the side, and it's heavily injured.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Gurgaga's turn. What does Gurgaga even have? Picks out his short sword and goes after the same frog that you just shot with an arrow. And he gets a nat 20.
Woo!
Gurgaga
Damn.
is swinging hard. I think the short sword is a d6, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Then he rolls a 1, so he does 2 damage.
Oh my god.
So he
Hey, he hit though.
Gurgaga runs up and swings down as hard as he can and trips doing so. And the sword lops off the frog's face, and it falls over dead.
Oh, it dies though.
It does.
Nice. Okay.
So from Gurgaga we go to Triss, and Triss is going to kind of shuffle behind somebody because she's really afraid to get hit. So from a distance, she is going to pass on her turn.
All right.
My last?
Yes,
You
Wendy.
Okay, I guess I will. Okay, there are 2 of them left?
3.
3? Is one of them in front of Tree? I'm assuming they're all in front of Tree.
I mean, they're all kind of in front of Ernan. So Tree, I mean, they're more focused on Ernan than they are Tree.
Oh, right, 'cause
Okay.
all of them first attack.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my pole arm, and I'm going to vault over Ernan and attack the nearest enemy.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Just get out my little app right here. I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5. I'm gonna say that probably doesn't hit.
Yep.
So you vault over Ernan and just put yourself in between her and a frog. And we're back to Tree.
But it looked cool as shit when you did it.
And so Tree, looking, following your lead, does a somersault forward and swings at one of the frogs.
Why is he doing a somersault? Oh, that
Thank
guy's so
you,
simple.
Tree.
And Tree rolls. Three hits.
Yes, go Tree.
That's with this club that is a D4,
Oh.
and he hits it for 4 damage.
Hey.
He clubs right down on its face and goes, tree! They're not. Alright, after tree, it's Grandfall.
Grandfall, standing with his bloody axe, he sees the tree just slam the hell out of that frog's head, and so he decides to go for that frog to try and finish it off. And I take a lunge and just slice down as hard as I can. And 13.
13. That hits.
Fuck yeah, it does. All right. 5 damage.
You hit it for 5 damage, and you slice this thing in half.
Ooh, right in half. And as the blood is spurting this way and coming out of this way, I'm just standing there triumphant with my battle axe.
And as that happens, I realize that we skipped the frog's turn.
Ah, damn it. But we can't rewind because that one's already in half.
Right, so the other 2 frogs attack, and they attack Grandpa.
Oh, damn it.
Because he's the closest.
Of course.
And he just killed their friend. Actually, I think that they should technically... Actually, I think that they roll for morale.
Oh, damn, I forgot about the morale thing.
I did too.
That's how we got out of the fight with the... Or how you guys got out of the fight with...
We were having too much fun.
With the... What were they? Oh, the kobolds. Yeah, no, they didn't. Well, they were back the next time you guys went. And then that's when you killed quite a few of them.
So when you kill quite a few.
I've never been down here.
Well, I know. That's what you.
One of the old knees. One of my, would it be reincarnates? If it was beforehand?
I don't believe that's the way it
I
works,
think
though.
when
I think
you're
it is.
pre-incarnate.
Pre-incarnates?
Yeah? Yeah, they created their morale roll in the worst possible way, and they go, and they fucking leap out of there and leap into the river and start swimming away.
Nice. Good thing we didn't rewind on that one, because now we killed 3 of them.
2.
Oh, I'll keep a tally going for experience.
It cuts off abruptly.
Because you managed to skip through all the dialogues. What was the experience on the froggy guys?
15 apiece.
15, 30, 45. Alright. First thing I want to do is just look at that axe with the blood on it. And just go, fuck yeah. And then I kind of wipe it off on my shirt before putting it away.
Alright, Grandpa uses his turn to
I
clean off
love
his axe.
battle. I love battle.
And, Ernan, what do you want to do?
Jeez, I don't know. We just killed all these frogs. I think that we could maybe light your torches and
Oh, you have a lantern lit.
I know, but I think we should run back up, light your torches and see what this place is. Now that we're here.
So she makes a battle plan.
Alright, you spend your turn helping everybody light their torches.
Yeah.
Alright, Wendy, what do you want to do?
I mean, listen, I have no use for looting weird frog fish monsters or whatever. So I'm ready to move forward whenever you guys are.
Grandpa, what do you want to do?
I'm looting a frog.
Alright, loot a frog. Pick one.
I wanted the one I cut in half. I want to search its body.
Okay. Was that the first one that you killed?
No, that's
No.
the second one.
The second one? Alright. You dig through, you look inside of its body and you look inside of its guts because you cut it in half. And you dig through and you find a partially digested human hand.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I take the
Ooh.
hand.
You take the hand.
I take the hand.
And as you take the hand and you examine it, you realize that it's somebody's left hand, and on the ring finger there's a platinum band wrapped around it.
Yes. Can I keep the band?
You can keep the band.
Okay. I'm gonna take the band. I'm gonna leave the hand though. I'm not gonna carry the hand around.
You pull the ring off the finger and you go neat, and you toss the hand behind you.
Hell yeah. Platinum band.
Ernan, what do you want to do?
Throw up.
Ernan
It uses her turn to throw up.
Ernan uses her turn to throw up. Wendy, what do you want to do?
Well, I guess I'm just waiting more. Because I'm good to go, boys.
What did you say, Wendy? What did you say?
What?
What did you say? What do you
I
want to
did
do?
not hear that last part.
What did you want to do?
Oh, I'm just waiting.
Oh, Wendy continues to wait. Grandpa, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna search another frog.
All right.
I want to search the first one I cut up.
All right. So you dig both hands exuberantly inside this frog and rifle through all of its guts, and you pull out intestines, and you're like, "There's nothing in here."
And so I take the intestines and throw them down at Arundel's feet. Or Ernan's feet.
Ernan's feet. And they splash in Ernan's vomit. Ernan, what do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna walk away from all of that and try and determine which way we're gonna go.
Okay, so you want to look around?
Yes.
Okay, so Ernan looks around, and you also notice the stench, two different stenches coming from either the west or the east, depending on which way you're kind of facing and inhaling. Along the north wall, you see a series of carved murals kind of lining the wall. That's kind of what you see along this hallway. If you want to see more, you have to venture down. So.
Well, is everybody ready to go on, continue on our adventure, or are you still playing with frog guts?
There's one more frog.
Okay.
I'm not ready to leave yet.
Wendy, what do you want to do?
I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
I look at the group and I go, "Hey, guys!" And I search the last frog.
Okay. So you dig one hand inside of this frog and just kind of poke around, and you don't feel anything inside of it.
Okay. Well, we got one platinum band out of it. Okay, I'm done playing in the dead things.
Ernan, what would you like to do?
I'd like to move on.
Cool.
Maybe, because I'm kind of a little bit worried about how we get out of here.
It's a good thing to be worried about. Would you like to examine the murals that were on the wall?
Let's try that.
So you examine the murals, and it shows a series of a naked man. On kind of the westernmost image, and as you kind of go along, it becomes increasingly more ooze-like, and then kind of climaxing on the easternmost image, which shows a formless blob. And that's what you see from that. Wendy, what do you want to do?
I guess I admire the art. I am an elf. We have, we hold things like art to a higher standard, unlike people like dwarves and halflings.
Walks up next to you and looks up and goes, "Neat." The murals. And the tree goes over the other side of you and goes, "Tree." And Grandpa, what do you want to do?
Well, we can't see any doors near this though.
You'd have to walk down the hallway.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start walking down the hallway then. We'll just see who follows.
Is everybody gonna follow as we walk down the hallway? Are we all walking together?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Okay, so
And, I'm sorry. Where's the entrance to this hallway? Is this to the east?
this is like what you guys kind of came onto, like where you walked on. It's like 2 blocks wide.
Oh, okay. So this bank was real small.
Yeah, like
That's okay.
The bank was. It's not even really a bank. It's just climbing up onto.
Into this hallway thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got you, homie. All right. Continuing down the hall.
Coming up on kind of the south side, to your right, you notice a gray sandstone door, kind of carved with 2-foot wide eyes that and the doors are closed. It's a double door.
Okay.
Or you could continue down the hallway.
My turn was to head down the hall, so it'd be Ernan.
Open the doorway, and it's kind of weirdly like out of order. With the way
The way the rooms are.
yeah, with the way that we kind of follow. Like I haven't been to this area, so I'm kind of finding this out as you guys are. So you open the door and you see the exact same set of doors, probably like 10 feet in front of you. So it's just like a little kind of nook.
Oh, like a connection.
Yeah. Wendy, what do you want to do?
So there are multiple doorways in this area?
It's just kind of like a very small hallway with doors on either side of it. You guys were walking into it, or at least Ernan was walking into it, and you open it, and there's like the exact same doors right across from you. So you can continue through and push through those doors if you want, or you could continue down the hallway that you kind of came out of the water into.
Yeah, I mean, if they just keep opening up to the same places, I'll keep walking down the hallway.
I'm down to follow.
And instead of walking into the little doorway we just opened, we're gonna backtrack and go out, or are we gonna keep pushing through the doors?
Actually, I don't know. I thought he meant. Did you mean we're going to continue through those other set of double doors? Or did you mean we're going to.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm moving straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Okay, yeah, so we're going through the doubles.
So Ernan pushed through the double doors, then Wendy struts past her and pushes through the other double doors. And you guys walk into a describe that door or that room a little bit better. Well, you guys were in a dark stone. There's dark stone blocks that are pockmarked behind lining the walls and the ceilings, and there's a putrid stench of stale air in this small room with the gray sandstone doors that we just talked about.
Ceiling 10 foot high.
It is 10 feet high. You push through into this room that is much larger than the one you were just in, and there are dark stone blocks, pockmarked walls, and ceilings 12 foot high.
Tall boy.
There's rainbow-hued mold kind of like patches all over the walls, and moon-like puffballs growing on the ceiling and kind of hanging down.
Like puffball. That's a new one.
Sounds like maybe a pretty room.
Are you looking for something or are you waiting on me?
I'm kind of reading for a second.
Okay.
kitty ones.
Maybe my mic. Maybe turn it.
Chris, can you hear me?
I think I'm only hearing like every other word.
Oh, that's super scuffed.
Can you hear me if I sit closer to the microphone?
Yep.
I told Kenny I'm jealous of your nails because you have nicer nails than I do. They look so nice.
Oh, it's okay. Last week I tore one off like down to the skin, and so now they're all gone.
Oh no. See, I used to be able to grow really long nails, and then I had a bunch of kids, and now I can't. It's no kidding. Now after my kids are I had all my kids, I can't grow my nails anymore. They just break right off. And whenever I would break one, I would cut them all down because I did not like the Halloween smile look of my nails, like one was broken.
But it was all worth it, right?
Yep.
So if you like your nails, don't have kids.
Yep.
Pro tip.
Yep. Because your hair starts to fall out, your nails don't grow anymore.
Oh, don't worry, that's already happening.
Well, I hope not.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are we scuffed or the stream was scuffed?
What do you mean?
You said we're scuffed as you were reading. It might have just been in response to the mic.
Oh, I think it was the mic that I was
Okay.
saying.
I didn't know if we just stumbled into fucked territory.
No. So Wendy pushed open the doors, right?
Yep.
So Grandpa, you're gonna walk in with your torch and kind of examine the room.
I am. I would like to look around the room. Obviously, I noticed the rainbow hue mold and these puff balls.
And as you kind of hold the torch up, you see kind of across from you, but slightly staggered, is another hallway. And to the left and the furthest most corner to your left, so that would be to the
East.
southeast. You see a middle-aged woman's form, kind of short, a little plump, with like long grizzled hair and these purple robes that are embroidered with the fine swirling gold pattern. She's holding a staff that has a prism kind of on top of it, and she also has a wicker basket kind of filled with different things. And she's examining that doorway. What would you?
Oh, she's alive?
Yes.
Oh shit! I thought this was like a corpse stain in there.
And she kind of is looking at the doorway and kind of looks back, and she's like, Meg? And she kind of looks back at you.
Meg. I look to her with a little bit of confusion, and I say, "Who is this Meg you're looking for?"
Oh, she's one of my she's my companion. I can't seem to find her. We came in here together, and I'm the mind, and she's the muscle, and we got separated in here.
Seems sketch.
So it is now Ernan's turn.
So I have to figure out if this woman is like on the up and up.
If you want to.
Well, I don't want her to rob us. Or for her to be like a witch. So, Jesus Christ. I would like to examine the woman and see what's up with her. Can we do that?
I mean, you could examine her, and I can describe her again.
Oh, there's nothing more about her. Nothing deep.
I mean,
you can really only just see her.
Like, I want to know what kind of a person she is. If she's a bad person or a good
You got to keep talking to her then.
Oh, God. I hate talking to people.
All right, man.
I mean, you can pass on your turn if you want.
Yeah, I want to pass on my turn.
Wendy, do you want to do something?
I'm going to ask the woman where she came from.
I mean, where? I suppose I came from. I came from this way, and she points kind of to the area, not where you guys came from, but across from where you came from. She's like, I mean, directly I came from that way, but I mean, I started on above, before I came down into the grotto.
She seems really confused.
That's what, and she's supposed to be the brains of this unit.
According to her,
Sketchy.
sketch. Oh, so that puts it back at me. So I'm going to just walk over to her, hopefully not in any aggressive manner, and try and just get up closer to her so I can talk to her. And I want to ask her, like, are you trying to get through this door? Do you think your companion Meg is through this door?
I'm not sure. I we lost we lost path or touch with each other some time ago, and I wandered in here looking for her, but it was so dark. I don't know which way she went.
How is it that like 4 or 5 of us died last time, and this one woman who's crazy nuts is just wandering around and you're fine?
Well, because maybe she lives down there. Because, I mean, she has a robe.
She came from the robe room.
Yeah, I mean, a different robe, but still, you know what I mean?
All right, it's your turn.
Okay, so how familiar are you with the grotto?
We've been here a couple of times, but this is the first time we've gone so deep and gotten separated. Wendy?
Tell us more about your friend. Do you know where she may have gone?
If I knew where she was, I wouldn't be looking for her.
Fair point. Okay, so this door, it's closed. Am I correct? That she's
The one that she was kind of examining. Yeah,
yeah.
it was closed.
Okay. I'm going to, as she's kind of just doing what everything, I'm just going to kind of carefully push past her, and I'm going to listen at the door, which is 2 out of 6, so 5, 6. Never mind, that's a 2.
Okay. Ernan?
So, can you tell me what your plan was down here? I mean, what are you looking for down here in the grotto?
She holds up her staff that has the kind of the prism on top of it. She's like, we were in search of rocks and crystals with magical properties to try to harness their power.
Okay.
Wendy?
I guess. I ask her if she wants to travel with us, if she might know anything about the grottos that we don't. Um, I let her know that our knowledge is very limited of this place, and I ask her what else she may know that we don't.
Um, she well I'm really I can't go too far without my friend Meg, but if you guys would help me find her, I've been wandering through the dark for quite some time with only the faintest idea of where I've been, so I don't know what I could really offer to you as far as guidance. But if you help me find Meg, then we could all team up together and find what magical properties these crystals could have.
Of course, we'll travel with you until we find your companion. That's the least we can do.
Yep.
What does Meg look like?
Meg, well, she has a long sword and some heavy plate mail. I mean, roughly the same age as me, maybe a little younger. Certainly more taller and robust. She's the muscly one.
It's like the female Ray Wolf.
If everyone else is agreeing to let her join us, then I guess let her join us. I'm just so afraid she's gonna kill us.
I would like to use my turn to try and open that door.
Okay, the door opens.
Oh. Why did she just open the fucking door?
I mean,
Or she was just worried to go through type of deal.
she was looking at the door. I mean,
Okay. I just assumed it was locked and she was trying to figure out a way to open it.
has anything ever good happened just from pushing open a door?
No.
Not even in real life.
But it's open now.
Let's see. So you push open the door, and right in front of you, about 10 feet, there's a staircase right in front of you, or you could turn to the right, and there's a hallway that leads down. But it's Ernan's turn. Would you like to go to the doorway too?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you want to kind of examine further?
The doorway?
Like once you walk through the doorway, do you kind of want to look around and see what you can see?
Because I'm scared that Meg's gonna jump out of the dark and get me.
So there's the staircase in front of you, and then to the right, there's dark stone blocks that are pockmarked, lining the walls and the ceilings that are only 8 feet tall.
Oh, this is a short one.
There's kind of narrow alcoves, 2 feet wide and 5 feet tall, kind of set into the eastern wall.
Mm-hmm.
7 of them, and it is super cold inside here.
Oh no.
Wendy, what do you want to do?
I mean, I guess. So where we're at with do we know this woman's name yet?
No.
We know about Meg. Can I ask her name?
Do you want to turn? So are you still in conversation with her, and you just want to ask her while everybody else is leaving? You want to turn to her and ask her what her name is?
Yes.
She says that her name is Melinda.
Melinda.
Switched.
And I awkwardly just accept that, turn away from her, and continue following the group.
Okay, so we're back to Grandfall then.
Okay. That whole room feels cold.
Like kind of
Or,
the whole.
or can I tell like there's cold coming from
the whole hallway feels cold, and you can't really tell where it's coming from.
Interesting.
And I suppose I could say, like, there. So you go through the doorway. There's a staircase right in front of you. There's a hallway leading down to your right. That for quite some time. There's also another hallway coming off of that to the west, about 20 feet down in that hallway. So kind of halfway down it, a little less than halfway down it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is gonna be super hard to draw. I'm sorry.
Nope. I just had the doorway on the wrong side of the wall. Stairs there. I go up. Hallway and hallway.
That's actually kind of close. Yeah.
Yep. I just had because I had the doorway here, and then all of a sudden east and west didn't make sense. Okay. Well, these things on the wall.
The alcoves.
Yep. Trying to think. Alcove is like a like.
It's kind of like notched into the wall.
Okay. Like where stuff could be sitting or something like that.
Sure.
Can I examine those closer to see like if there's something sitting in these alcoves or if they're open to something else?
Yeah, so each contains a pile of smashed bones and twisted wooden fragments, splattered with a brown residue.
A brown residue?
Yes.
Yuck, like poop.
Probably not poop.
Good lord. All the skeletons poop themselves.
Yuck.
Ernan, what do you want to do?
What did you do?
I examined the alcoves to find out that there were bones and poop.
Poop? Question mark?
Poop? Question mark?
Well, I think I want to travel down the hallway a little bit more.
Okay.
You want to turn into the next room? Or do you just want to walk down the hallway?
We can turn into the next room.
So the one to the west?
Sure.
Okay. Wendy, what do you want to do?
I guess I will follow behind. And I want to prepare my longbow instead of my polearm.
That's fair. So you guys are kind of everybody's turning into that next room.
Yeah, I'll follow along. I don't want to split off from the group.
Okay. So you guys are walking into this room, and then you hear a woman scream behind you.
Oh, jeez. Is this Melinda? Or we don't know? Okay.
I guess you don't know.
All right. Well, okay. Well, I would be at the end of the group, but it's my turn again, even if I'm at the back of the group. Like the marching order is still the same for stuff to do.
Yeah, I'll say that because you're you would be the furthest two behind. We can start from you.
Okay.
Again.
So I turn and put my head back out in the hallway, holding my torch to try and see if I can figure out where the scream's coming from.
And you look behind you and you see what's her name?
Melinda. Meg.
You see Triss behind you, kind of screaming.
Oh, so she hasn't made it in yet.
Not yet. No.
Oh.
You see Triss behind you screaming. And as you hold your torch up, you see Triss behind Triss.
Wait, what? There's too many Trisses.
You see Triss standing behind Triss. So there's two Triss in this hallway now.
Oh Christ!
Just what we need.
Would I guess you did that? So
Yep, so it's
Ernan, what do you want to do?
Bit of development. Examine that room to help Triss. She's got her own problems. I want to look at that room.
Okay. So Ernan turns into the hallway and proceeds. And you look around and you see a rough rock walls and floor kind of carved from solid rock. Scintillating crystalline ceilings kind of above you, made of white and aquamarine, carved from a naturally occurring crystal vein.
Mm-hmm.
And there's eye statues with black stone with purple striations, kind of a massive eyeballs, like a rough sphere, like 10 feet around. And black marble plinth kind of beneath the statue with tiny stone figures, 1 inch tall in the southeast corner. That's crazy. Okay. Wendy, what do you want to do?
Oh, I guess I'm just going to ready myself for an attack. Get a nice little arrow ready. 'Cause I really don't know what's coming next. So I'm just gonna have that puppy ready.
Okay. And so you just ready, kind of standing in between the hallway and kind of the next room, just
Yep.
kind of ready for whatever happens next. And you see the Triss that was kind of behind the screaming Triss attacks the one that's screaming, and
At least we know which one's
That's
bad.
initiative.
I think that if you wait long enough, they'll take care of themselves.
That's not what we want, though. We don't want to lose yet another retainer.
It's cheaper that way.
Yeah, but we're gonna run out of retainers.
Yeah, we're gonna get a bad wrath in town.
Arden has gone full-blown corrupt at this point.
Right.
You
Just
know,
like she is sick and tired of being
Kill 'em
sick and
all.
tired.
I'm just tired of the bullshit, man. You hire people for a job that can't even fucking do it.
That's
She's-
great.
What'd we hire her for? To send her voice in different directions?
She also had a dagger.
now you hear the screaming coming from in front of you.
No, don't waste her spell. We might need it. It would be useful if you were like trying to sneak up on an enemy, though, because she could throw her voice out and distract them.
Yeah, but one time.
That's how it is with all
Okay.
the spells. Yeah, that part would be.
I mean, that's just crazy worthless.
So the other Triss lunges towards the screaming one and bites her in the neck and rips out her throat, and Triss falls to the ground, dead. And
Hurt, you said?
What?
Just barely hurt? 1 HP less?
Just barely hurt to the point of being on the ground with her throat wide open.
Triss is dead.
So now somebody's got to deal with the bad Triss. And I say the guy who's the vampire hunter deals with her.
Well, we're at the top of the order, so it's Tree. Are we sending Tree in to fight
Oh,
Triss?
I think that's kind of mean because I don't think he has any idea what that's about. Oops.
Oh, don't rest on your high morals now.
What a waste of time putting this character sheet together was.
We put that in the pile. Deceased.
Yeah, I'll add her name to the wall. The fucking dead people.
So many dead people.
We'll be able to wallpaper the inn with all this.
Whose turn was it?
Sorry, Tree.
Oh yeah. Of course sent him in.
Goodness.
I mean, Tree, he's a go-getter if nothing else.
He's gonna die.
He seems pretty strong.
He's gonna die.
Although he has a really weak weapon.
Tree goes Tree, and then runs after Triss, and goes in for an attack. To slam his club.
Is he even smart enough to discern the two?
I mean,
Oh wait, no, the one's dead. It doesn't matter.
And he hits.
Yes.
Um,
D4. He had the club, right?
yeah. For 4 damage. So he bashes Triss in the face with his club, and you hear that screaming again coming from that same hallway, and she kind of takes it to the face and then turns back on him. So Grandfall, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm joining in. I'm gonna come running in. I mean, because the hallway was only like 10 feet, so I should be able to get back to her, right?
Yeah, also you can. I let Tree get to her, so I'll let you get to her.
Okay, and I'm coming in hot, man. I'm coming in with my battle axe. I'm gonna take a hefty swing at her. Oh boy. 14?
Okay, 14. That hits.
Yes. Oh, and he gets the D8, baby. Ooh, 8.
8 damage. So you bring in your axe and fucking slice that Trist's face, and you barely miss her face, and you slice her through the chest and gash it open.
Yes.
But she's still just screaming now. So
She just steady screaming.
yeah.
That's okay. Did
Ne-
her dirty.
next is Ernan.
Well, I'm gonna join into this and shoot her with my short bow and arrow.
Yeah, Ernan lets out a sigh and just kind of turns back into the hallway and draws her bow.
Here we go again.
I mean, I'm not gonna run to her or nothing.
But because you walk forward into the hallway and everybody else kind of turn around, you can attack until next turn.
Okay, so I just have to stand there.
But Gregaga was at the ready, so Gregaga is gonna ready his bow and draw back and fire at Triss. And he misses. So it goes wide. It's a little too dark in there for him.
And then it's Triss's turn.
Ooh.
Too soon.
Then Triss goes while she's laying on the floor. Wendy, what do you want to do?
I guess I'm gonna launch an arrow into evil Triss eating Triss.
Okay, go ahead and roll your d20.
10.
10 does not hit.
Oh.
Now
Oh well.
it's Triss's turn, and she's going to attack.
Do we have to do a morality? No. Not morality.
Morale?
Morale.
Not for. I mean,
Not when it's single.
no, not when it's you guys.
No, I mean, does she have to?
Why would she have to?
Don't the enemies have to?
Only when somebody on their team dies or half the numbers are gone.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I misunderstood that rule. I was hoping she'd just run away.
And she's going to lunge at Tree. And she hits.
Oh, no.
She hits Tree, and her teeth draw out, and that was not the right die. This is the right die. And she digs her teeth into his neck and rips out Tree's throat, and you hear a sigh of Tree as he falls to the ground.
So
Not our tree.
we're running out of people again. Oh, that means it's back to me.
You can add Tree to the pile too.
Yeah, jeez, oh Pete.
We're gonna have to start going to a different bar to get our retainers.
Yeah, we need to go to like the Costco for retainers. All right. Well, I see Tree fall, and I look at him bleeding out, and Triss is already done bleeding because she's super dead, and I just with blind rage take my battle axe and swing as hard as I possibly can again.
Okay.
This person sucks. Oh, that's a 5.
A 5 is not gonna hit. You swing as hard as you can, and maybe you caught off guard by how grief-stricken you are by the falling of a tree. You're a little too distracted to make contact. Ernan,
Yep.
are you gonna ready your shot and fire?
+1.
You know what that number is. Oh, It's a 4.
4 does not hit. Grgaga is also going to let his arrow fly. And it goes wide. Ugh.
Oh, come on.
Wendy, come on, finish this fucker off.
Come on, Wendy.
Okay, I would like to switch to my melee weapon and attack her with my polearm.
Ooh.
Alright, attack her with your polearm. Do your leapy, vaulty shit and get in her face and stab her.
I rolled another 10!
Oof.
Oh, but that 10 hit.
No.
No, dang it, that's not how it works.
Poor tree.
So now it is our friend Triss's turn again.
No. Who's she gonna kill now?
There's no way that hits. She misses.
Ugh.
So she lunges at Wendy, and Wendy's able to kind of scoot aside and dodge it.
Ooh, this is the round. This time, without any blindness, just rage. I swing my battle axe
With
as hard as I
blind
can.
rage?
Nope, with just rage. I'm gonna my battle axe. I can feel it. It's soaring straight and true. For 14.
14 hits.
All right. 3.
For 3 damage. So you smack her across the face, and she looks back at you and screams right in your face. And we're back to Ernan. Come on, Ernan, finish her off.
Okay. It's my short bow and arrows. Gonna do a good job this time. I have
That looks good.
18.
Yeah.
That hits.
Now I use this one.
Yes, D6. Yep. Big money, big money. 4.
4.
4 damage. So Ernan finally turns and lets her arrow fly, and it soars through the air. And as Triss is going to scream once again, the arrow goes right through her throat, and no noise comes out, and she falls back onto the ground. And as she falls and the life leaves her body, you see you see Triss transform back into the old woman.
So it was Melinda.
Yeah, and in the room, she goes back into her previous form.
So she was like a mimic. Okay, well, as the battle music's, the fanfare's playing, I'm gonna search that body.
Is it your turn? No, it's Wendy's turn.
Oh, dang it.
We're still going in order.
I guess I'll search that body.
Do it!
So Wendy walks over and goes, gross. So you search the body, and you find on her person a pouch containing 100 gold pieces,
Nice.
50 platinum pieces,
Nice.
Whoa.
and a diamond.
I take all of it and I throw it. You know, I throw the diamond to Ernan and all the money to Grandfell. I'm like,
What?
I don't need this stuff. I'm
you
a
drunk?
lady.
All right, so Ernan, you can add a diamond to your treasure.
Okay.
50 platinum, 100 gold.
50 platinum, 100 gold.
Okay. I don't know why he always does that, but I love it. Okay, and just so I put it on notes, what was the experience for this witchcraft bitch?
125.
That was a good one. Okay.
As we're getting to this point, how long are we going for? Because our party kind of regroups and establishes that we are in the middle of this dungeon, with no idea where we are, and we're down to 4 party members.
Again.
Oh yeah, and we don't even know the way out at this point.
Correct.
Mm-mm.
So this is going to be where rations come into play. Because once the session ends, when we pick up on the next one, I'm going to say that everybody has to eat some rations or whatever. Because once this session's done, that's going to be we'll pick up the next day inside the dungeon. So I don't know.
So we would sleep for a day.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. May I ask a question to my party?
Who has extra rations?
Who has 1 extra ration?
Oh, I'll give you a ration. Don't worry about that.
I
Would
still
you-
have rations.
Okay. I can pay for them.
No.
I just couldn't in the beginning. Well, I mean, it's 9:00. Do you want to call it for today?
It's up to whatever you guys want to do. I had caffeine today.
That's fine.
I mean, we can go a few more rooms.
It's up to you guys.
I'm up for whatever.
All right. Party says go.
Party says go.
We can always die in a different room.
So at this point, because we had 2 party members fall, do we want to mix up our marching order at all?
We might take a look at that. Because all we've got is Greg.
We have Grandpa, Ernan, Gregaga, and then Wendy.
I mean,
You know what? I'll ready my pole arm and take the front.
okay.
I think I can do that.
Okay, so we're moving Wendy up front.
Yep.
And then is everything else staying the same? Grandpa, do you want next?
Yeah, I'll take second. That's been working out for me.
Ernan, do you want next?
Let's see, so Wendy, Robert. And then, so then we're going to make, Greg go last.
If that's what you want. Unless you want to bring up the rear.
I don't particularly want to bring up the rear.
Okay, so it is
Gregaga.
Ernan and then Gregaga.
Oh, okay.
It's such a small little list of people.
So then we'd be front of the marching order, which is Wendy.
Alright, Wendy, which way are we going?
What are my options again?
So we're back in this hallway with the alcoves. You can go into the room that Ern was walking into when the doppelganger kind of attacked. Or you can go up the staircase way back at the other end.
I'll stick with the group. I'll go into the room that Ernan was going into.
So the western end of the room, there is that kind of eye statue that I was describing. Black stone with purple striations and a massive 1-inch eyeballs, kind of like rough spear, 5 feet around, with like a black marble plinth kind of beneath the statue. And then to the southeast corner, there is a 1-inch tall, kind of like tiny stone figures kind of lined up in the corner. Yeah.
Did we,
Yeah.
did we eat and sleep?
No, that'll be. I
That'll be
doubt.
when we end the session.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
okay.
kind of be coming like starting the next session because instead of going like a week at a time, you guys are going to make it out. So it's going to have to be one day at a time while we're inside the dungeon.
Okay.
So that's Wendy's turn, kind of entering the room and examining it. So we're back to Grandpa.
Remind me, are we allowed to loot dead retainers?
Yeah, you can loot dead retainers.
I'm just checking.
But the gold doesn't count as experience. So keep in mind, so the gold that you got from the doppelganger,
Yep.
that counts as experience.
Right.
But any gold you take from the retainer, there
Does
is
not.
none.
Okay. So I would like to loot Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I didn't roll their roll, right? Hey, I just gave them
Dude, they're
stuff.
both so broke.
I just gave them
nothing.
stuff instead of spending all the money. I was running out of time.
Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother looting them. Since they don't have anything.
He
I already know in my mind, nope, they said they were broke when they joined.
One said that they were broken, the other said tree. Right?
Three, yep. Okay, well, then I'm going to just use my turn to, now, am I correct that past this room, okay, so you got the way that goes to the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
We go down our little hallway. There's this room. This hallway continues, though, because this room is only halfway down.
It continues, but it dead ends kind of about as going down.
Okay.
Also, I guess I should have said that the room that we're walking into connects back to the room where you met Melinda.
That scared me.
Oh, so it connects back to this room.
Correct. And then kind of
Oh, that's what the other doorway was.
Yeah, and then kind of staggered across from that. There's another doorway coming out of the room that we're in right now.
Okay. Nailed it. Okay. So I'm going to enter that room with the eye statue with Wendy. Yeah, Wendy's in there. And that's going to be mine.
Okay. Ernan?
I'm gonna enter the room as well.
Fair. But you can do an action once you're inside there if you want to examine either the statue or the figures that are kind of in the corner. Because he spent his turn talking a lot, so you can decide something if you want to do something.
All right, I would like to look at the eyeball statue.
You want to examine the I think so. The statue is what it kind of sounded like, which whatever. But the plinth underneath it is engraved with the words the honored servant. Now, Wendy, what do you want to do?
I guess, since I'm not one for puzzles, I'm going to I'm gonna head to the door that's disconnected from these two. Like the other door that's going to a new place.
Okay, so you're gonna go through and kind of enter. It's not a doorway. It's just kind of it is a door, but there's no door right there, so it's just kind of a hallway, I suppose. And you walk into there, and I suppose we'll describe that on the next turn. But we'll let Grand Call do his thing. Right? No. Is that? Yeah, it's Grand Call. Grand Call.
It's weird because it got switched.
Right.
These small statues that are lined on the south wall.
Yeah, southeast.
Or southeast wall. Can I go and examine those?
Yeah. Want to examine them?
I would like to look at those closer.
Okay. So examining the tiny figures, there's 25 in total. Seven creeping kind of figures. Two identical women in wizard's robes with prism top stabs. There's 5 kobolds with spears and nets. 1 ogre carrying a large chest. 3 dwarf warriors with mining equipment. 2 knights. 1 female elf warrior and 1 hooded figure. And 3 soldiers.
This is like a roster of all the bad things going to kill us.
People who died there.
I don't know, but the two twins with the stabs sounds like might have been Meg and
as
Linda.
As you are examining the figures on the floor, new figures kind of emerge from the ground. And there's like a grinding from the stones, kind of like coming from the ground. And there's you see more would be 4 more miniatures kind of popping up, and they look eerily like yourselves.
It's all the people that have passed through that room. Okay.
Well, people who are gonna die.
Very possible.
Ernan, what do you want to do?
That's right now, because I can't think of anything I want to do.
All right, so we come back to Wendy, who I'm assuming is going to examine the room that she walks into.
Yeah.
There's rough walk walls and a floor, kind of carved from solid stone, very similar to the room you were just in, with scintillating kind of crystalline ceiling, white and aquamarine carved from a naturally occurring crystal vein. They're very similar to the room you were just in. There is a statue of skulls with gray stone with pink striations, and the human. It's a human-esque skull, kind of stacked in a rough, or multiple skulls, kind of stacked in an 8-foot high column. There's kind of loose skulls randomly positioned around the statue, and the plinth of black marble beneath the statue. With there's like a scrawled writing that beside the statue in kind of purple paint.
Can I read that?
What languages do you speak?
I believe I only speak Elven and Common.
Then
But I do have read magic.
You cannot read this.
Okay.
You cannot read the paint.
But
that I'm going to say that's your turn is attempting
Okay,
to.
great.
So we're going to go to Grandpa.
Which wall was the door that she just went through to get into that room?
It's like the southern wall.
Oh, it is on the south wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not directly across the door, but slightly staggered from the
That was the staggered door.
Yeah.
Okay. All these statues that I was looking at, these are the ones they're only like an inch tall.
Yeah.
Okay. I want the 4 that appeared that eerily look like us.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try and take the one that looks like me.
As you pull on it, it is like firmly like part of the ground.
Okay.
Lola is on this. She's trying to get up on my lap, and she's on the footstool that I have, that old rickety one, and it keeps shaking back and forth. She's really desperate to be on my lap. So I could read the words on the no, I'm not even in there yet.
Yeah, do you want to go into that room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to walk up to Wendy and attempt to read what she's reading?
Mm-hmm.
What languages do you speak?
Common, halfling, and I'm literate. What is alignment?
So speaking alignment, if somebody has the same alignment as you, like if you're lawful and somebody else is lawful, there's like certain like mannerisms and things that the alignments do that the other people can kind of pick up on what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to help you now.
Okay.
So
I don't suppose
you can't read it now.
Okay.
But that's trying to read it. Attempting to do it. It's your turn. So we're back to Wendy. Wendy.
Okay. I mean, I figure I'm just gonna start smashing the skulls in this room.
You're gonna smash them?
Yeah, I'm gonna smash them. I'm gonna mash them up, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, skulls haven't really worked in your favor in the past.
You know, I've heard that somehow.
Heard that about some other people.
So, you're gonna go to smash them? Are you using a weapon, or do you want to smash with your hands?
I'm gonna use my polearm.
Okay, what exactly are you going to smash?
I guess like the 8 foot tall structure, like I'm just gonna start swiping away at that.
So the 8 foot tall kind of column, you swing at it, and it is made of stone. So you swing your pole arm at it, and it kind of like just like shakes you.
Okay, I misunderstood. Yep, no, I got it.
Okay, so that's Wendy's turn. Turn 12.
I would like to enter this room and try and read the writing.
What languages do you speak?
Well, I have Dwarvish, Gnomish, Goblin, and Kobold.
You attempt to read, and you also cannot make out what the.
Oh, so it's
what
none
it
of them
says.
either. Okay.
What fucking language is it?
I don't know, because there's a bunch of languages. So I was just hoping, because I had a couple weird ones.
Ernan?
What? Oh, because he is done with what he was doing. Well, I'm in the skull room with nothing to do.
I mean, that you could examine the stuff further, or you can just kind of walk through.
I guess I'm gonna just walk through.
Okay. So you don't want to stop looking at anything. So kind of how this room is, the room that you were in before, was set up almost exactly the same, except for there's no doorway to the east, but there is one to the south.
Okay.
So do you want to go through that southern doorway?
Well, yeah, because Wendy's beating, if she's gonna ruin all the skulls, right? She's gonna smash them all.
She tried to smash the tall column, and had no success with it.
Okay. Well, I guess I would before I go through investigate further to see what else there are. Does that make sense? What there are?
I mean, do you want to look through the room more, or do you want to look at the statue that she was trying to destroy?
Well, I would like to look through the room more.
As you're walking through and looking around, all you really see inside this room is that statue of
That's all
the
there
skulls.
is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's the statue of the skulls, and there appear to be more skulls kind of around it.
Okay. So I do it for nothing.
I mean, if that's what you want to do for your room or for your turn, then yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Who's next? Wendy?
Okay, so now that I've tried to attack a rock, I'm just gonna start bashing the skulls on the ground, I guess.
Okay, so they're the kind of loose skulls around it. As you attempt to bash those, the very first one that caves in, and you realize that the ones kind of that are loose around the statue are made of bone and not stone. One of which seems to be slightly different than the other ones.
Is that the end of my turn?
I'll let you do something else if you would like to attempt to.
I want to look at the one that's different.
It you can tell that it's not humanoid and it has like very distinct features, but you can't tell what this is.
So guys, I don't know what this is, but I feel like we need to like extra bash it.
Okay, Grandpa?
I think before bashing it, I'm going to try and pick the skull up.
Okay.
The one that's different, the odd one out.
Picking up that skull, you can look like investigate it, but you don't like other than what I've already said.
Mhm.
Like nothing happens when you pick up this skull.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to exit this room. I've seen enough.
Vernon says I'm leaving. The order goes down into.
Are you going into the new room then? to the south.
Mhm.
Okay, so Ernan is leaving, and then we'll describe the next room on your next turn.
Okay.
So we will be going to Wendy next.
Okay. I love you, Violet.
Um,
I love you too.
You
You
know,
alright?
I guess I'll live and let live, and I will just I'm gonna follow Ernan for now.
Okay, Grandfall.
Yeah, I mean, I think for right now, I'm gonna continue with the group. So I'll go through the room to the south as well, or through the
Okay.
door to the south.
We all follow through to that room.
There's a lot of weird things in these rooms, though.
I wonder if those stairs would have taken us to the surface.
So you enter through this room or through that hallway into this room, and you see a crystal grotto with 12-foot high ceilings and no big glowing crystals hanging from the ceilings. There's a sandy floor with kind of wet white sand and red mushrooms. These red mushrooms are covering the walls and the ceilings everywhere.
Isn't that the room we already were in? That
You recognize this as the room before the room with the fallen door.
Son of a bitch! We're right here!
Apparently, it was not examined very well before.
How did we miss there not being a thing there?
This is coming out of the northern, like the room that you're in. Like this is the northern passage going out.
Yeah, it connects right here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, good news, guys.
we at least
Now-
know where we're at.
Yeah, because this is the one with the mushrooms and the crystals, and it's just past the hallway with the grate.
Son of a bitch.
I'm a little upset because we really have been through that room a whole bunch of times.
Just everybody's so
Yeah, we're always in a hurry.
in a
Not-
hurry to get to the purple moss.
It's the skull room. Just update the map. Sorry.
That's okay. We have some poster paper you can put everything.
That is disappointing to me. That is very disappointing to me.
This is like a cartographer's dream. You're like, whoa, it all lines up.
It all lines up. It all connects.
It's like when you see a crazy person movie and they've got all
The
the strings. Yep.
And you take a step back and you're like, the cigarette like drops from your mouth as you make the realization.
It all connects.
Okay, so at this point, we all realize that we've been in this room before. Now would we like to make the decision to leave the dungeon for the day and make our way back to the town?
I kind of think so, not because now. I mean, now we've got a quicker travel spot if we wanted to head this way.
Yeah, right.
I think so, because then we can head to town. We're for sure safe.
We're gonna have to pick up some new people
And
if there are any who wanna. Go with us.
yeah, no shit. We're people are gonna really start to wonder about us.
We're gonna have to find like a new place to get. Yep, like Costco.
Costco for retainers.
So we're all gonna hightail it out of here then.
Yeah. Why are you? Oh. No wandering monster. Okay. I think so. I mean, do we think this is a good idea?
For
Okay.
now, yeah.
Yep. So we're gonna just head on back through the crystal hallway. We're gonna wave at the monkeys on our way out and say we'll see you in a week, and head up the stairs.
And then as you walk out of the hole in the ground, you make your way to the river, and your canoe is still there.
Yes. Okay.
Hey.
I was getting a little worried about the canoe.
That's what I was rolling for.
Oh, dirty. Okay. Okay, but we passed it.
But you know what? It still is the same. We have way too many canoes now for the people that we
Oh,
have.
No,
man.
you can do 2 and 2.
Oh yeah, we still have Greg.
Yeah, Greg.
Yeah, we did okay then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I would like to work our way back to town and return the canoes. And I would like to, before we go to the tavern, though, if everyone's okay with it, I would like to go to somewhere we can sell wares.
Okay, are we selling our treasure?
I would for sure like to sell some stuff I got.
I don't know if it usually goes this way. I know you get gold or XP from gold that you get. If we sell the treasure, I think I'll let everybody get experience from that too. Just see if we can kind of jump, back to where we were level wise.
Okay.
Man, we only have one guy that we gotta pay out of our treasure.
Too bad it wasn't the simple guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of getting... I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, so I would like to go somewhere to sell the wares.
Okay, so
I don't remember the name of the store.
I could look it up. If you give me a moment.
I know you had some places for this.
Actually, I might have put it out.
I probably did, but like Nicholas, I don't write my notes very organized and
I don't remember which day we went to it.
It's Midha's Miscellaneous Mess, a general store run by Midha himself, a male elf.
here.
So are we all walking up and selling our shit?
Yep.
I would like to go in and talk to Midhouse for sure.
Hmm?
I
He goes, so where'd you find these? As you hand him your treasures.
hand him my jeweled medallion and my platinum band. And I said, I'll tell you what, sir, if I got a story for you, and I start going into detail about hacking up the frogs and cutting the one frog in half. And then, like, mid-story, I kind of talk about how I was digging through the guts and threw it at her feet, and she starts getting really mad at me.
And one of Midha's his defining trait is that he is like suspiciously inquisitive. So he is like just like living through, like he loves all this shit, like all the fine details and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps asking you about it.
But then kind of towards the end of my story, I get kind of solemn, and is that the right word? Solemn? Okay. Get kind of solemn as I'm talking about Trish and the doppelganger that then took Trish and
It's Triss.
Triss
Like
and
this.
Tree. Triss and Tree. TT.
Yeah, Triss.
Took out TT.
Triss.
And
He didn't even have a name when he started. He,
man,
he
that is
came
pretty
so
sad.
far. He
And
finally got his name.
we're horrible with retainers. And then after finishing my story, which seems to have drug on for far too long, then I say, what can you give me?
Okay, so the what are you handing over, your medallion and the
Yeah, and am I allowed to sell the axe that I...
No, that's not going to count towards.
It doesn't count.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no.
that shouldn't even be in the treasure area.
Okay, so your medallion.
And I have some treasure I want to sell too.
Do we want to do it all together so that we can divide all this up?
Well, that's what I was hoping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a medallion also?
I do.
You gonna sell yours?
I have a pink one.
Okay, so there's two of those.
And I have a diamond that dear Wendy gave me that I would like to share.
Okay, so the field medallions are worth 200 gold each.
Okay. Okay.
And the diamond, you said. Well, the diamond and the gold band. Hold on, I gotta figure out.
We're gonna be so rich.
The platinum band or the platinum ring is worth 200 gold. And the diamond is worth 1,000 gold.
What? Can you
I'll
buy
use some
more
more.
experience? Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to convert this up to the higher stuff real quick so we can split it.
Yeah, turn everything into gold.
Is it easier to keep it in gold or send it back up to platinum?
I think it's easier to do it to gold, so then we can convert the gold to experience.
Makes sense. Okay. I'm on it.
So 1 platinum is 5. So
Look, these are my notes about who's our retainer.
They're all dead.
Mm-hmm. I just cross them off.
This is probably the best
This was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Session you guys have had yet.
Nobody's died.
Yeah.
Well, none of us have died.
Oh yeah, nobody important died.
Okay.
Did I die?
1950 is total. That's total gold. And what was it? I don't remember what. Is it 1 experience per gold?
I don't recall. That's what I'm trying to look up right
Okay.
now.
But I need to split this first. Still have a half a share going. So eight.
I'll have an article, going to do experience.
Because I looked in the experience and it says you get it from treasure and stuff, but then it didn't give a number for it.
The longest part of every session, but then
That was very comfy. Thank you. You want to take it back upstairs? Because we are done.
If not, I can take it up in a minute. I'm just been, you're really messing with his brain there. I could see the gears hitching up a little.
It's hard to take the thing downstairs, so.
Yeah, it probably is gonna be. It'd probably be best if your dad took it upstairs. I keep looking over on Robert's computer and seeing that plant off to Kenny's shoulder. You see, and I keep thinking it's a Christmas tree. Every few minutes, I lose my mind just a little bit more.
The PC screen that inventor is the primary use by which they gain XP, usually accounting for 3/4 or more of the total XP earned. Magical treasure. Characters gain 1 XP for 1 gold piece. Value for the treasure. 1 XP for 1 gold piece.
Okay, 1-to-1.
Okay.
Rolled and divided evenly between all characters who survive the adventure. This includes retainers. So add it all up and divide it 4 ways.
Well, the retainers.
But experience-wise, you add it all up, divide it 4 ways, and
Oh, okay.
It's divided up evenly between everybody that makes it out of the adventure.
Okay. Then it's 1950 divided by 4. So 487
And then he gets half that.
divided by 2. 243.
243.
Okay, so we're gonna get 487 on top of the monsters we killed too.
243. Which it was 125 and how many?
45.
145.
Okay, so Tammy, you earned 657 experience.
657.
Yes, ma'am. Did you catch that, Chris? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm set.
Okay. And then Chris, you got 557 gold.
Did your buddy Kruger get
278.
260?
Tammy, you got 558 gold. You get the extra piece. That wasn't going to divide it down once again.
I would think so, because this is the first time you've ended alive.
This is the first time I've ever adventured. That's just how good I am. Are there banks?
Technically, yeah, I think so.
So that, like, I could perhaps leave this to a future adventurer who says they know me in some way.
Apparently, my backpack was gross because we got something on my dice bag. That sucks.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a white bag, too.
Mm-hmm. I need to get a case for him anyway.
Wormwood.
I know it's so expensive.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so we have our money divided up, and we have our experience all set up. Nobody's ready to level up yet, right?
No.
Vernon?
This is definitely the highest I've been, though. It's a good feeling. But we walked out of there balling, though.
I thought you were going to be
Can I
fucked.
use a calculator?
Oh,
please?
yeah, sir. Okay, since we're done selling stuff, I'm going to lead our group over to the tavern.
It's going to suck so much going to the tavern.
And when we get there, I'd like to go to the counter and... Oh my god, I want to call her Minerva. That's not her name at all. Matcha. And I tell Matcha about the fallen souls from her adventure. And I again recount the entire story that I just told to Mithas over at the other place. And she listens, but she's not quite as excited about the story, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. She is exceedingly, like, you can see it wearing on her more and more every time we come back with fewer and fewer people.
She's starting to notice. And then I guess after I tell my story, I just want to kind of sit there and reflect. And I think I'd actually like to buy a cider again.
Okay, that'll be a copper piece.
Yep. And then I'm just gonna kind of sip away at my cider and kind of just let the night wash over me.
Okay. Wendy, do you have an epilogue that you want?
Yes. No, I guess I will do the same thing that Grandfell is doing, but I will take my time to reflect upon my family.
Okay. Yeah, Wendy has an elaborate backstory that nobody cared to ask about.
Oh.
Oh,
But that'll also cost you 1 copper piece to drink a cider.
You
Ernan?
know what? I'll get like 3 extra ciders so that I just, I'm ready.
nice.
Okay, Ernan, you gonna drink and make merry with your friends after a successful adventure?
I am.
Hey, so we're all gonna gather around the fire and reminisce about the good and bad times that we had. Um, kind of think solemnly on Triss and Tree and all the fine words you all share together. And Matcha is going to make her way to the back room, the back wall, and add 2 more names to the ever running list of fallen
I'm
comrades.
gonna need a bigger wall.
And that's where we're gonna close it out.
And I am making a note, so be ready with your story next time.
What to ask about the elaborate
Well,
I'm making a
backstory.
note. So I hear you have an elaborate story to tell.
Yes, very
Well,
excited I am.
you know what, guys? That was a super, super good adventure.
We survived it.
Yep.
For
I thought it was
once.
gonna be much worse.
I cannot believe that room. I'm more torn by the fact that that room connects and that we walked through there, what, 3 times? 3 weeks now?
I never saw it.
4 weeks, and just kept on trucking.
I don't think there's been a session that we've gone through where you haven't walked through that room.
Well, I
Right.
can't remember how many sessions we've done. But every time we've walked through and just kept on trucking.
Not this time, though.
Not this time.
And not next time.
Well, and now at
For
least
damn sure.
we know where one of those silver plates takes us, and we know that how to get out afterwards. You know what I mean?
Well, and actually, technically, we know we're 2 plates because you know where the one leads.
Mm-hmm. But it won't trap us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, everyone that came to watch us tonight, thanks very much.
Like Adrian. No,
Erica.
Erica.
Yeah, she only stopped through for a minute, though. She was still at work. And we'll see you during the next stream. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.